while they move so fast. You could be the sword, the shield, defender of the people down below. You know I fall for love. You know I fall for love. You know I fall for love. Have your friends beside you like my Pegasus. Remember me, for my name is Perseus. My name is Perseus. My name is Perseus. My name is Perseus. Perseus. My name is Perseus. Flew up through the clouds at night, was born to fight. Mythical, so mystical, think what we like. You could be the sword, the shield, defender of the people down below. You know I fall for love. You know I fall for love. You know I fall for love. Be kind to those around you, don't be merciless. Remember me for mine.
I'm here, so I will give something special with two announcements. Epic announcement down. Now I prepare something. Another announcement. But this announcement will be something different because this will change my life, your life, and our life. Do you know what it is?
Stop
Oh, I have
cringing,
something.
Clara.
I heard something.
Oh my god, the
someone,
piece is
some
lagging.
people.
Oh. Stop cringing, Clara.
This will change MLBB world.
Wait,
Are
wait,
you
wait.
curious? Let me hear you guys. So, prepare yourself and let's check out together. This is the future of MLBB.
Sure. Why not? Sure, Clara. Why not?
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Alright.
8 years ago,
Okay.
a spark ignited. Together, we've journeyed through countless intense battles and epic moments. Together,
Clara,
we've
be
journeyed
not cringing.
epic battles and intense competition. As we evolve, we are now at the edge of greatness. We will not stop as we march beyond onto
The
a
fuck is
brand
this
new
quality, man?
with you, with the community.
Damn this PC. Holy brother. Yeah, I'm cooked, man. Guys, I'm cooked, man.
With the community, the Mobile Legends Bang Bang Universe. Our Mobile Legends Bang Bang Universe. Together, we will keep the fire burning. And now, we rise again for another new beginning.
Alright. What are we actually looking at, guys? Mobile Legends, new logo.
Has to go through the hottest fire. Step into the future of Mobile Legends with Magic Chess Go-Go. The battle for global dominance.
That's a W. Magic Chess was always good. What's new though?
Now that is what I'm talking about. Some fresh new looks. It's got me excited. What about you?
And we're not just talking about
Motherfucker, that's
not just
cringe.
the logo, however,
Moontoon,
we are
motherfucker,
launching
Moontoon.
Chess. Go World
Moontoon.
Chess.
Moontoon, no, that doesn't really help anybody, bro.
And new legacies to be born.
I love it.
Oh, hold on, we don't have cam?
That's brilliant. But you know what? I think we've got one final thing to say. We got one final announcement to make, but it is a special one.
Bro, no, you guys are calling that fucking announcements, bro.
I'm ready and excited.
You sure?
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a very special guest to announce a very special something. So, guys, drum roll. Without further ado,
They're calling those things announcements.
the Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports of
Sure,
Malaysia, Yang Berhormat Adam Adli Abdul Halim.
That's bullshit,
I
bro.
would like to point out that YB Adam, who has a fantastic name, by the way, best name I've ever heard, is a big fan of MLBB and a big fan of esports as well, correct?
Yes, YB Adam literally supports the ecosystem. He's always there in IOI Convention Center every time Vamos and SRG plays. He even wears their jersey.
I need to know.
Right.
Are you a tank as well?
No.
Lol.
No, you're not. What are you?
Come again?
What kind
Jungler?
of character are you? What do you like to use? Jungler.
I always go for the Assassino fighter.
Oh.
So
Are you allowed to share you? No, we don't want to give your username out.
Okay.
No. In case you face off in a game or something. It's okay. All right.
But YB, is really my honor to have you here. It's our honor. But
Bro, my hair though. I mean, of course, I just woke up a little bit ago.
World Championship
Was it Messi?
in these 2 days.
I think there's only one word that can describe M6. It's been an honor. I think it's been an honor for Malaysia to be the host for this prestigious Mobile Legends Championship. And definitely it will be something that we will remember forever. And
Bro, why is this
truly
picture
great
not looking good?
historical.
Greater than ever.
Greater than ever indeed. Malaysia is an amazing host country. However, YB Adam, I want to ask, do you know where we will be heading off next year?
I'm interested to know.
Oh.
Because Malaysia has been really good. Thank you so much.
I'm thinking it's gonna be.
But I'm really curious. Next,
We have a knight here, and he's carrying
wow.
what I believe is a drone in his hands.
Are we going to fly off?
I
to
don't
the
think.
next.
He said yes. We're going somewhere. Okay.
Wow.
I wonder where we'll be heading. So, M7, take us there.
Let's see, man.
Safe flight. Oh, it's moving.
Clara again cringe by saying supplies.
Oh.
Clara.
For some clues for
Say
the
hi,
next
guys.
home country.
If you're
Say
there,
hi.
if you're on camera, wave, give a big smile, give a big cheer.
Okay.
You're on camera right now.
Imagine fucking M7 India.
Show
Fuck
the
that
pearly
thing. Man. No,
whites.
man. India doesn't
Look on the
deserve
camera.
it.
I
They haven't walked
wonder
towards
where
it
it will be
yet.
heading.
Hi there. Hi.
Hi again. And it's going down the tunnel.
USA?
Okay.
I don't know
That's the
where.
interview area.
Bro, where, guys?
Interview area outside.
What?
Okay. Hey, there's my car. My car is there.
Your car? But it's going through the carnival.
Where the fuck are we going?
In the carnival.
Everyone. Ooh, it's packed.
Wow. They're gonna be filled up later. I can
Is it my
promise you
thing
this.
that's laggy or the drone camera not that good, bro? My friend has a better drone camera than this camera.
Question is,
The
where
fuck?
is our next location? Let's find out.
Moscow. Wait. Russia cannot be part of it. What is this? Bro, I cannot recognize. What is this? Singapore? Malaysia? Okay, thank you, Malaysia. Where are we going, M7? Turkey? Philippines? Cambodia? No? China? Not really. Where the fuck are we going? Thailand? Indonesia? Indonesia, nice. Indonesia, right? W. Indonesia is the biggest fucking country that can that has the biggest fan base. So that's a W. Indonesia. Let's go.
Are you excited? Are you excited?
Of course, Clara is.
Of course. It's DONOS, Indonesia, and it will be going back to Indonesia after a long time. So I'm super excited. We will be semangat. Mantul, mantul.
But if we can see from the video, it just said that finals in Indonesia. So, will there be other regions involved?
Hmm.
Maybe. Oh, it's the only final. Yes, that's correct. It's only final Indonesia.
So multi-country M7. We don't know anything other than that. Where the final is going to be is Indonesia.
Bro, is it not fucking messy enough? Then they're doing multi-country. What the hell?
Mid-December to close up the year, we want to know who's going to be the M6 champion. So, Akzaktia Arena, one more time, are you ready for this? I know it's been a long wait. That is not good enough. Akzaktia Arena, are you ready for this?
Guys, let me refresh this thing. It's kinda
Watching around the world, the millions of
cringy.
I know it's been a long wait. That is not good enough. Akzaktia Arena, are you ready for this?
I know it's lagging. Let me refresh, man. Let me refresh.
Everyone watching around the world, the millions upon
Millions.
Hope you're ready as well, because we are going to find out who are going to be the champions.
Yes, you are right. So, with that, let us show
Some motherfucker spamming Bangladesh flag. Imagine spamming Bangladesh
Hello
flag.
guys, it's Pochi here. I'm at the carnival, it's at the M6 carnival, and when you look at that crowd, everything's so crazy, everything's so happening. And now, up on stage, KLP4G, they just performed, and the song is quite good on. But now, they are about to announce something. I can't wait.
Bro,
Macam mana perasaan dekat atas? Is it best tak? Best tak? Best.
you know what? I'm gonna be watching from the North American thing.
Alright.
Oh,
Okay. There's got some announcement over here. They're still waiting for the announcement, but it's alright, it's
Hail
alright.
Indonesia already in the chat. These people. These people. These people, man. These people.
Ready?
What the fuck is this guy doing though?
We're ready. 3.
Yo, Rezox, lol, man.
Yeah.
Imagine Rezox is the one who fucking drops by to the chat first. My streams are dead, huh? Abdu. And it's gonna be my last stream anyways then. M6 watch party, grand finals, then we're done. Yo, why is the quality looking like trash? Is my PC really that garbage?
Will you hear that?
Oh yeah.
M6! Will you hear this? M6! Greater than ever! It's so happening here. I can't wait to enjoy the grand final game. And that's all from me over here. Let's go back to the host.
Before we let you guys go, can we have a selfie photo with all of them?
Gonna need to main 20. GG jump. No, it's not gonna be hanging always. It's gonna be. It's good, yeah. It is gonna be watchable at least. I know that much. It is now watchable and smooth. If I watch my browser, it's gonna be lagging. I just have to be on my OBS for it not to lag. Bro, it's... whatever. I don't think I'll be wasting money on a PC, bro. I love streaming, but streaming doesn't really love me back that much. Time for me to focus into something else after the M6 is over, I'm thinking. I will still be streaming here and there, but yeah. Same thing with GD Aiko. He's not active these days. He's focusing on his job and shit. I think I should be taking a page out of his book and doing the same. I have so much similarities to Aiko. Yeah, like over 80% similarities with us. That's how we both call each other brothers. I love everything. I love everybody. I love this game, but yeah, it doesn't really love me back. What happened to the audio? Renege? Is that not? Yeah, that is Renege, right? No, that's not Renege. Ah, That tea was at least beautiful, wonderful, amazing. Of course it was. I made it. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Niggas are going crazy over here, bro. We got so many freaking performance and announcements happening. Oh no no no! This is players announcement. This is players introduction. Let's go. Cringe. I mean, in-game event wise, in-game M6 event wise, bro, they literally like they didn't let us complete everything. No. Daily share is here. Get rid of this thing. Expected for 2 minutes. We cannot bet today, can we? Can we still play some bet? Task.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Welcome to Mobile Feeders.
Till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All
Na,
troops
na,
deployed.
na, 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 na.
First blood.
Yeah, my team always gets first blooded though. Always. Always!
Triple kill.
Okay, this is opening ceremony. Maniac. Of course, my team is giving enemies a maniac. Enemy savage. Say, yeah. Enemy savage. Enemy savage. Of course, enemy savage. Of course. Hate this game. 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 Take it for 2 minutes. Sure, why not? All right. Instance it here. Arnav should be here though. It's fine. Is he that busy? The exam's not over. Oh man, this guy's looking like a freaking gangster or something.
In the darkest of nights, I will fight. You won't get me down. You won't get me down. I'll get back on track with that visual attack. I'll never back around. I'll never back down. No, I'll never back down. To behold and it waits to unfold. I'll always come back around. Saksinya berjuta suara namun juara bila dicabar ku takkan gentar berkunci satu misi the ultimate prize bila hayalan seakan hayalan. In the storm, I am reborn. I am reborn. You won't get me down. I'll get back on track with that fistful attack. I'll always come back around. I'll never back down. No, I'll never back down. I want to behold and it waits to unfold. Come back around. Maju, laju, tanpa sesal. Baru satu semangat kental. Ku takkan jatuh. Takkan ku jatuh.
Order. Ah! Fuck me. Malaysian Michael. Yeah, it is Malaysian Michael Saxton. It is not Michael Jackson. It is Michael Saxton.
Fistful attack. I'll never come back around. I'll never back down. No, I'll never.
It's funny. Bro, I fucking love streaming, man. Shit. I love streaming. I missed it. I really missed. But yeah, it's not only up to me though. I always love streaming. Always.
A monster behold and it waits to unfold. Come back, I'll always come back around.
That hard.
Are you ready? It's time to welcome your grand finalists of the M6 World Championship. Fnatic Onyx of Philippines and
Okay.
Indonesia.
They are being led by Kelra.
Perceived as a team to beat, the tournament favorite, the final boss on the surface. They are.
The final boss. That's the final boss has a really nice sound to it. I mean,
A bunch of
ow.
players united by a single dream of taking home the World Championship trophy. Ang Lakas ng Pinas, Fnatic Onyx Philippines.
Fanatic Onyx Philippines.
In their first foray as a team, these young stallions are already living the dream. They charge onto the World Championship stage as their region's champion, and now the cavalry marches proudly to repeat history and fulfill their country's legacy. Mereka adalah generasi baru Indonesia, Team Liquid Indonesia! A classic rivalry spearheading the dawn of a new legacy. Fnatic Onyx Philippines, Team Liquid Indonesia seize the moment and become greater than ever!
I do.
WM6.
I mean, why am I even talking to myself? Let me just keep quiet.
This is an opening. A lot to unpack here, folks. From the announcements, M7, just the finals in Indonesia. Where else? Like, I don't know. Too many to dissect. But
Yo, Bolty bro. Hello, welcome to the stream, man.
Teams coming in.
Where are you, man?
Better than ever. Can I just say that?
Now that's a sheesh.
You in Discord?
Thank you, W Crowd, W Crowd.
Makasih.
Now we gotta talk about this. The final boss, Fnatic Onyx Philippines, walking in. This is their first time competing on the stage. TLID, they had one game on the
Oh
outskirts.
my god, the Discord.
But
Oh.
now, Drex, Fnatic Onyx, this is gonna be their first time. Do you feel like they're gonna have shivers? Do you feel like they're gonna be nervous?
I think they're going to be ready. I mean, I think any little bit of nervousness that comes with playing esports internationally at this level. That might be
Rezox are coming. Okay, whatever. Then I'll just wait for Rezox. If I see
gets roaring, both of these teams are going to be in the zone.
You know what? While we're here, fans of Oxiana Arena, I just want to make sure that you guys are rooting for both teams. I don't care if you're for Onyx. I don't care if you're for TLID. I just want to hear you roar. Oxiana Arena, make some noise!
encoding overloaded. W fucking PC I got.
This is the Malaysian hospitality. We care about good games, and all I care about, Wheezy, is for this team to showcase the best of the best.
Talk about setting the bar in the Oxiana Arena. Full circle where it started, the band, the new logo, the Stallions going up against the Super Family. What more could you ask for?
The minions got me going.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
now, breakdancing minions, that's the first time I've ever seen
The
that.
fires?
Those fires
The
spinning?
fires?
And then you said, what if we had fireworks inside?
Let me see.
They gave you fireworks inside.
Folks, 10 minutes in, we're about to jump into the draft. So we don't have much time to talk about this. So right now, Leo, I want to ask you, what do you think are the strengths for Fnatic Onyx Philippines coming into this matchup?
Fnatic Onyx Philippines are a team that have perfected their meta. I spent a good amount of time with them the night before we played our first games here in Axiata, and they believe that M6, the story of M6, is the meta, yes, evolving every day, and each team bringing their own flavor to that meta game. If you're able to find out your sweet spot where you flourish and where you can win toe-to-toe against your opponents in that space, you win. And that's the secret behind Fnatic Onyx flawless run here in M6.
You know what? That's an interesting take. I want to hear about TLID, but before that, we got to look at both teams. We got to see their journey all throughout M6 till now. They make it to the grand finals. So let's see the journey of TLID and FNOP.
Before they ultimately end the game, Aaron Shiki will fall. FNOP have wiped Team Liquid ID out. The Thunder Gods ascend, a peak they last reached.
The Indonesian rookies find themselves against an unstoppable opponent. They charge through the Swiss stage to the knockouts, proving their strength. They've taken down dragons. They've taken down giants. Now they are one rematch away from bringing the M series back to Indonesia. But standing in their way for the third time is the Super Family, running hot off a smooth run in M6. They dominated through the Swiss stage with a 3-0 streak, and they remain undefeated even through the knockout stage. They are on a mission to carry on the strength of the Philippines as their last representatives. It is a revenge match of the Cavalry against the Sonics. Do the rookies have what it takes to finally defeat the unstoppable? Or will Fnatic Onyx PH live up to their name as the Super Family that became a super team?
Sa mga doubters ko dyan, pagpatuloy nyo lang yan. Mag-doubt lang kayo sa akin. Isa kayo sa ginagawa kong inspirasyon para mas lumakas. 3 taon na ako nandito sa MPL.
You are Vincent, man. Welcome to the stream. Damn, no. I'm here. Okay, just I'm waiting.
Para maging isang greater than ever.
Walaupun gue di sini masih rookie dan gue tahu gue banyak yang harus dipelajari, tapi gue akan janji gue akan menjadi greater than ever.
Only one can be greater than ever. The grand final stage is set, and this is going to be a revenge match for TLID. Before we jump even further, Drex, we heard from Leo the strength of Fnatic Onyx Philippines, the strength of the
Morning, Instant. Good morning. We are gonna be going into the draft in another 7 minutes. I'm waiting for results. We're just gonna be trash talking a lot.
TLID has something that I like to call the steady charge, man. You know, they have their moments where they're too aggressive sometimes. They have their moments where they're not aggressive enough. But right now, TLID, when they don't go too far out of their range, when they're able to just draft normally, and wait for that mess up by Onyx Philippines where they pull out the EXP Yuzong, where they pull out something a little extraordinary. That's when the steady charge of TLID can take that game. They just need to keep it clean, don't get too crazy, don't try to invade in the first 2 minutes, and that's how they'll win games here.
And now the final hurdle to victory. This one's coming from Kelra in the gold lane for Fnatic Onyx. He says
our mindset heading into the grand finals is to stay focused and strengthen our mental fortitude. We're reminding ourselves that winning will not only bring us the championship, but also the monetary rewards we've been dreaming of. Ultimately, it all comes down to working together as a team to achieve the victory we're aiming for.
Yeah, I'm in our DC. I'm in our DC.
The prize, the cash money. Now that's huge. This is a $1 million tournament. And now we're looking into the storylines as well. The revenge match here. So far, TLID, they have not been able to take down Fnatic Onyx Philippines. And with that, looking at paper, Fnatic Onyx does look like the favorites. Leo, you've seen TLID grow throughout this M6. Do you feel like it's enough to actually bring a challenge against Fnatic Onyx Philippines?
Truth be told, it's very impressive how Fnatic Onyx Philippines is having a smooth run. Even more impressive is how Team Liquid ID are flowing with the meta that's been growing every single day. One of their main strengths is their adaptability. The fact that yesterday they swept Selangor Red Giants, that's impressive. More than impressive, it was shocking. The whole Axiata Arena went silent. But I'll tell you now, if you bring that level of growth against a super family, I'm still a little iffy. I think the third time might not be the charm here.
Here's the thing, Leo. While we're still on us, I want to keep on you because I want to hear the story. In that video we heard, Kelra said, I'm in the MPL for 3 years. I've been through hardships, going up against rookies that they just started. You've been in MPL for the longest times. What has Kelra faced so far?
I've seen this young man in his debut season. He went into the grand finals, almost took down the eventual champions in Blacklist International. He's moved teams. This young man has flown here to Malaysia 2 years ago, this close to actually becoming a 2-time MSC champion. He has started his own family. Now part of the super family, he is at the cusp of being an MPL champion MVP, an MSC champion MVP, and after this, if they win, he could become
Benting.
M Series MVP.
And now we're looking at chat here from
King Kong. King Kong is finally.
King Kong. And I said, all I can say to King Kong is finally, you found the perfect team that can handle your intensity. You're also one of the most...
Bro. Rezox, you have finally found the perfect team that can handle your intensity. You see, man. That's the fucking issue I have, man. Most of the time.
This guy feels like a prodigy right now.
That's the issue that I have, man. I go a little too intense and I get fucked. And that is why, like, most of the time I'm not playing that intense. Like, my actual playstyle, it's pretty intense. But most of the time, man, I have to fucking take a chill pill and just keep on farming, not do much.
Not the next Kyrie, not even the next Kyle, not even the
then
next
I can play that Joy.
King Kong.
More KP than my tank.
At home, you guys can scan the QR code to grab your goodies. Now, listening to our analysts...
Anytime I fucking try to go ham, I get punished. Because my mage will be like not even present in the team fight.
Do you feel like it will go all the way? Do you feel like there's a big chance they could go all the way? Who's the favorites for this one?
Well, I think for the favorites, it's no secret. We've already seen it from the wild cards or to the Swiss stage and then to the knockout phase, right? They fought twice. And it was the same recipe. Fnatic Onyx able to take...
Hey, I gave you the best help I could, man. When you were playing Phobius, I gave you the best help you could. You can like explain the story by yourself, man. I gave you the best help when you were playing Phobius, okay?
The Ghost of Jakarta.
I gave you an
untouchable as well. Both of their backliners able to keep
brother
through the engagements. We know Fnatic Onyx is aggressive, right? They like to take the fight early. They just have to be able to sustain themselves. If they can do that and fight their way through the early game, then I think we can go all the way.
And now we're looking at a player head-to-head here, the Sigma Junglers, because I believe both are that. King Kong going up against Favia, and so far, you know the impressive thing here, Leo?
Yeah?
King Kong played less games than Favia, and yet he has more stats.
Exactly. the Sigma junglers, the Usurper and the Beast. Obviously, King Kong has better numbers. Fabian working on it. Last night he was on a tear, but here's a secret. The fact that these two are performing out of their minds, given the way the meta...
Yeah, I need to get some glasses or something, bro. My freaking eyes, they're...
Staying on point this way means they're still at the forefront, pushing their teams forward.
Okay.
Okay, we are about to start here, though, so...
I love that you said that right now junglers are taking a backseat, but when you look at these two junglers, they're ones that have not taken a backseat. These are two junglers, Fabian as well, who will completely take control of a game. It is not just in the hands of the gold laners anymore when we're looking at these two teams. Depending on how King Kong and Fabian perform is going to determine a lot of how these games go.
Right now, Weezy, I gotta ask you, because people will say TLID coming in here with a bit of a handicap because they played yesterday. So Fnatic Onyx Philippines have seen what they have shown. And before I even continue the question, Axiata Arena, we're jumping into the first drafting phase of the
Okay, Joy getting banned straight up.
M6. And then the question I present to you, Weezy, do you feel like TLID has shown too much? Do you feel like they've shown the stride that they shouldn't have shown against Fnatic Onyx Philippines?
I don't think so. I believe the meta, even though it's been adapting, there's a lot of things that both teams, rules that they have to follow, right? I mean, we see that Joy sneak up in there. We know how effective it could be. I think it's going to definitely be a battle of who can win in the draft. Who can find the backline pickups, who can get the Hilda, who can find the heroes that create that separation. But I don't feel like they've shown too much. I feel like we're still going to see similar picks today. It's just going to really boil down to who has the better micro engagement.
You know, we're looking at these bans now, and already we see a little bit of change in what we usually see. The Alpha ban from Fnatic Onyx Philippines, and it's been a...
They banned Alpha?
One of the few teams to really actually rely on that Alpha still. They'll use it against the Suyo, they'll use it against other junglers, and King Kong is so comfortable on it, but seeing them ban this out, and then in response, the Joy ban, the last two powerhouses on the field right now are the Suyo or the Fred at this point.
Okay.
Still Hayabusa, but
Bro, is my cam so too big? My cam might be too big for watch parties.
Or a Cho. Strong mid, strong rotations.
I gotta say, a lot is open here, because if we're looking at the bans here, FNOP, they're banning a lot.
Bro, I couldn't even find where Bolt is streaming from, like on Discord. I would at least like drop by and say hello to them.
This is good for TLID, because no matter what, they'll get two.
They're not here, they're not here, they're not even till...
I think it's a good...
Where are they? They're not in...
We've seen the Granger, at least with the
cannot
ability
find
to
them.
counter the Bruno. We've seen the Bruno win out in late game, so just lots of options.
Yep, if you get Suyo here, you complicate what Fabian is able to play in the jungle, and you're bound to get either the Bruno or the Granger. So that's a good trade.
Yeah, they are not anywhere, man. I would at least be like dropping by and watching one game with them and not trash talk that much. Rest of the stream, I'm just gonna be... Oh my god, bro! Here comes the fucking hard party Hanabi.
Bruno are both open. Maybe you go for the Cho here. Maybe you go for something else around the map here.
Maybe you go Bruno Cho. I'd still want to give a marksman to the untouchable one.
Yeah, I mean, Bruno, the thing is I just worry, because if you pick the Bruno, does the Granger immediately come out and outpoke you for early game?
Or maybe you go for the solution. We get that Cho, but we also get the Granger, the solution to the problem first. Will Kelra budge?
Yeah.
Hello, man. Hello. Hello, Western.
I mean, it is
Hello.
the Granger. We've seen how effective the Granger can be as well against it. Now, you have this Cho, right? You just took away that versatility from FNOP when it comes to
What the hell, Nick?
bruiser, right? He likes to kind of rush in with that, get the setups, and that is a good start to finding a way to the backlines.
Okay, right now looking at Fnatic Onyx Philippines, they pick up the Bruno, and now
they gave fucking Kelra the Bruno, but Aaron Shiki got the Granger though. So
for Fnatic Onyx Philippines.
I think advantage to Granger. Yeah, Granger probably. Unless the FNOP team they picks up like P-Tank.
You can also
P-Tank.
now think of a front line. And look, another core for TLID. You were looking for the Hayabusa.
I was looking for the Hayabusa.
Oh, Hayabusa.
Come on, what else is there?
It's been one of the few answers to the Suyo,
Hey, let
essentially. If
me
you don't have the Joy,
see, I'll be back
Hayabusa
once
is your
again.
next best thing.
Yeah, and with the Hayabusa, right, it's easily able to get to the Lu Yi. The
Bro, this
hero that
PC
likes
though,
to stay
man.
from far, but lacks the mobility.
Anything I wanna do, this thing be like, I'm gonna lag like a motherfucker.
Okay, now, here's the thing. Look at TLID here. They have the Granger.
I might need to like look to downgrade my Windows version, but
the map. But I'm a little bit worried here about Ezekiel, the Ghost of Jakarta, because looking at that, so you're looking at how King Kong plays, I feel like a lot of aggression is going to mid. How will he answer that?
Well, I think they go for maybe some long distance here, right? We've seen Aaron Shiki pick up the Poke Granger. Maybe they lock in something insane like the Navaria, something long range, something like the Xavier we saw very early on. I don't know if that's how you want to start off.
nah, Xavier doesn't really feel that good, man, to play. I mean, it feels good to play, probably not really that good. Xavier feels like kind of lacking. Xavier kind of feels like it's lacking a little bit.
24 days that MC
Okay, buy them.
We know that Onyx will end because if you look at their two bands already for you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Really challenging the Ghost of Jakarta. What else do you got?
Yeah, the mid lane Maestros trying to get some finesse. With the Luigi, it's a lot of mobility for the side of FNOP. I do agree with the Farza pickup. I think it could be wise, especially with the wings by wings for some mobility on your side. You also got to take a look at
Farsha's, I think, Farsha is gonna be picked up by Yazkiel here, no?
We know it's a great way to create some chaos.
No, it is Hylos. Okay, so Hylos for Rome, or Hylos in the hands of Aran.
Or deny away the Gatot. Or what about that's a lot of jumps. Or the Khalid for Brusco. That's a lot of mobility between the diversions and the sandwalks.
Let me just say, if we do have a Khalid roam here, I'm not.
What?
If I'm TLID,
Why do they have fucking Hylos and
I'm
Cho?
not feeling good at picking Farza anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of like a preemptive strike. If
What
you
is
pick up the
happening?
Khalid here, it's a preemptive. You're not.
Why not? Cho Rome and Hylos is more effective in EXP, man. What do you mean?
Or EXP still essentially. Most likely this is the Kirk special.
This is not our
I like the Khalid here.
epical games, man.
Something aggressive.
We would have won the game where if we got the freaking when I was playing fan, if we didn't go for the freaking haircut from Marksman, then we would have won the game.
They have multiple angles. Divergent here, but then suddenly Avatar
One pick can change the entirety of the game, bro.
multiple angles by Fnatic Onyx Philippines here.
And now it comes down to what Yehezkiel plays. Yehezkiel, Wiseman, what you got? It's got to be something range, right? You don't want to dive in.
But the Gato Kacha is there as well. Even if you pick up a Farsa, you're going to get caught.
Yeah, I don't think you go for anything like the Valentina. You're just so close. It is tough, no matter what. You're in a tough spot. So maybe it's a what are you comfortable with pick here. Maybe it's a what are you okay with here.
I mean, it could even be the Aurora, right? I mean, you have a lot of frontline heroes who can get the crowd control effect in your aspect, especially when you have a Cho and you have the Hylos. They're good at diving, but that overall group setup potential might not be there.
Need a stopper.
Oh!
He's played this once.
Yes!
And it
Lilia is really annoying versus Gatoth. The Gatoth might not get to move at all. Lilia can, like, sorry, if the Lilia gets jumped by Suyu, Lilia can, like, still kite back with her magic shoes and then keep on poking. Lilia is a pretty good pick. Let's see.
The game number one.
We started with 16 and now we're down to 2, and third time is the charm here. The third time these two teams, these two champions from their respective regions will meet up to find out who will be the world champion here. What is up, guys? I'm Naisu, joined on the desk with Gideon Q and Mirko. Gentlemen, how are we feeling about the first draft?
I'm feeling the first draft is interesting. Punisher front lines, be able to diverse.
What is that, Mike?
How do you feel about the first draft?
Hey man, they're gonna go in for the dive. They want to play their game, both of them, right? FNOP want to go aggressive. TLID
It's an equal draft.
It's going to be a brawl out here again, a best of 7, and we're starting it up with game number 1.
Yeah, it is an equal draft. I don't see any falls here. Anything that is definitely going to be winning the lane or anything. Granger, Golden is equal. Rome, not a solo thing anyway. I think Gatot Kaka's team will be having the early game advantage.
The meta has really set in, especially
it's Bruce Rome.
where we've landed now.
No, no, never mind. Yeah, look at the Lilia power, guys. Did I not tell you guys that it's really annoying to play the Gatot versus Lilia? That bitch will be always dropping down your HP. And look at Brusco's HP. It's because of the freaking Lilia.
But yeah, this pick isn't really something we see too much of from Yehezkiel.
Yeah, look at the Lilia damage.
Though, however, when his name
So
was
it's
still
an
Sin,
equal.
we saw a
No.
lot of Yehezkiel Lilia.
What is that? Team IDTL, TLID, Team TLID. They are the one that got the early game advantage. Because Hayabusa really farms fast. Even the Hayabusa, I mean. It is not a totally L jungle like Red Rain. Okay. Picking up jungle. Yes, GL almost got killed by the enemy jungle. Oh. King Kong is the one. Okay. Oh, bro. So close, no.
Yeah, that was actually very
Well, good thing
odd.
though, Yehezkiel doesn't go
It is an equal game overall, bro. An equal game overall.
finalized from Brusco. But both teams still obviously
Oh.
looking for that potential first blood, really on this side of the map here.
Okay, it's Kirk. We're just gonna walk up. Aran doing the same thing. Both of the tanks here, frontliners. It just seems like, it's kind of a similar game that Brusco.
You think will be finished by?
It's all about screening, waiting, and I would say distracting the back line.
I mean, as long as the back line is
8:30, no?
go,
Yeah.
Team Liquid ID, we know for a fact
Okay.
they kind of want to go straight forward at their opponent.
8:30.
Right conditions, and hopefully it's based on where
Damn,
Superman is gonna
man.
be showing
I
himself.
wanted to go
That's
to
a
the
part
gym.
of this. Again, at level 4 for Witty, not available.
Who goes to gym? Actually, no. I also wanna work out, bro. I wanna do the things that are better doing solo than yeah. For example, streaming and shit. Even though I love streaming, but yeah, PC doesn't really help, man. And when the PC fucking starts lagging, I just wanna be like, do it, guys.
Okay.
Over to Brusco. That's Paven walking up.
Yeah, Brusco gone. Oh no. AOG.
That was W.
Hitting back against Super Fritz. The front lines are starting to crumble.
That was W, bro. That was W.
Nah,
Hey,
Brusco.
no one is
Oh,
fucking
bro. The Gatot.
so
Okay.
nice.
VD party. Not happening.
And they'll make it happen.
They are not oiling up. Oh. Oh, Brusco still surviving.
What the?
They all good. All right.
fuck?
First blood goes through as expected. We weren't hoping for this game to be extremely bloody. It's still a marathon. It's not a race.
Aran will be trying to zone.
Aran.
Comes in from King Kong. Paven on
Aran gone. Probably. Yeah.
Aran.
But the TLID, they'll be picking up the turtle. Yeah. GG's.
Yeah.
He's fine. Oh,
Ui, Kark also gone. W from TLID so far.
They cannot let this gold go too far off their leads.
It was almost worth it, but then
swinging this early in the game.
freaking Pavian came back and made it like TLID is the one that won that exchange. But if not, they still have the gold lead. I'm wondering how. I wonder how.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage, man.
I wonder how.
They spot it. Yehezkiel
I
spots it.
wonder why.
Takes it. Just a bit of vision, utility here and there for FNOP.
Great call. But so far,
What you watching though? From
determine where the battle lines
the
are.
official broadcast,
The river has been such a
right?
dangerous place
Yeah,
already
official
in this
broadcast.
tournament.
Yeah.
And only very small advantages have been created. So far, King Kong a single level ahead of Fabian for now, and things can start
Eating
snowballing
some
out of control, 'cause
namkeen.
even Kirk has a lead on.
Lol, bro.
He has a lead right now. Still
Watching the game, man, makes me kind of really sad, you
the
know.
buffs before this next objective does come up. But so far, so good. Even for Fnatic Onic, PH Kirk could be in trouble. Pops the
Arc,
wrap, might get
the Arc is gone.
Fabian with the quad shadow, able to connect on
Yeah.
TD cannot take that much. That many men advance, it's almost impossible for.
Pick off for the cavalry.
And Fnatic Onic PH have not found the trade on the opposite side. Close, but still no cigar this time.
Aaron Sick still survives.
Coming in for Fnatic Onic. That first rotation looks good. Here comes the next fight.
Taunt in the soul sever. From
Oh no, Aran with that Revitalize is not gonna be falling. Another defensive AOG.
in that skirmish. Meanwhile,
Mhm.
Usurper Fabian up top.
Okay, a diversion.
As well.
Okay.
Only King Kong. They're looking for Fabian, but Fabian has the okay shadow kill. He doesn't even need to use the shadow kill.
Fabian
Yeah.
doing work right now. He's everywhere on the Hayabusa. And that's what Fnatic Onic PH
This is a this Chow skin is the one that I actually want.
We saw Super Friends play this hero to a T
Okay.
throughout this tournament. And for the M6 in general, it's been such a crucial pick for a lot
You
of teams
don't.
in their
This is the most beautiful looking Chow skin in this game, bro.
Now that this turtle is up, though, second
Uh-huh.
one for the taking, TLID has a very minor lead. And they'll try to get control of this too. Again,
Kelra on that Nixie Bruno.
he can always black shoes out and just try to bait
What
out
is Aran doing?
from Fnatic, and that's why they're so
Oh, Kelra gone.
Oh, bottom side.
Oh, Kara might actually.
Never mind.
Fabian already used a shadow kill earlier, so no kill.
Oui?
Version. Aran stopping the burst.
Oh no, bro. Oh, he did.
Now it's Witty coming down. King Kong.
The King Kong he picks up the fucking turtle. Oh.
If they disengage now,
Spark is their EXP, right?
for Fnatic Onic PH here,
Mhm.
Usurper will not let this stand. He's looking for
But Fabian though, bro, doing the god's work.
At this point, this guy
Keep pushing like a dog.
He's also a turret destroyer, right? He's pushed down 2 tier 1s. But look at this side of the jungle. They're going to be focusing here. Witty should
Chow, he can escape.
takes the Queller, but he's fine.
Yeah.
But they do take a buff, and so they are going to try to find something around the map, and that's what Fnatic Onic will always do when they get the information
The
on
Bruce
coming out from
he
TLID.
finally got his freaking first item. Like roaming.
Both teams already having 1 turtle, but the next
Yeah,
one
yeah.
comes up, the Lord is for the taking here.
Uh-huh.
And that's where we really have to start to look. Are the items in place for them to
Oh, 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 oh. Okay, Keller also dies.
Yeah.
Fabian might die here.
Brusco should be gone for it.
Nah.
So still bails out with the black shoes.
Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I don't know if Fabian will die.
Bursted by the yin yang reaction of Super Prince.
That's a great collapse.
Look at the black horse.
Onic PH. This has been a battle of inches so far. We haven't seen.
What is the hard Hanabi?
But at least this time round,
I don't know.
Onic PH fight on their terms after the initial
The
aggression.
hard Hanabi.
And that's what they had to have happen at this point. Again, waiting for that
I
first Lord.
wonder how. Bro, I missed out on freaking like 1000 or I don't know some diamonds giveaway I own. Then I didn't reply because I was playing rank. Then I looked back like 10 minutes later and I saw like they already redrew.
Wow.
And now I do not have diamonds.
Fnatic might decide to go ahead and approach this in a different way. Remember,
I was like, yeah.
utilize Super Prince with the Louis.
Whatever.
Show up.
Nah, I want the diamond.
Alright, so we're seeing
I don't have M6 pass.
here in the grand finals. Aaron Shiki going for the safer approach. Usually we see Sky
Nice
Piercer
one.
item 2 diversion.
Okay. Okay. Goodbye, Fabian.
Fabian gets away, but the taunt gets out of the world.
Guys, they didn't have enough. Like the taunt didn't catch him, right? Yeah. They couldn't go for the fully charged taunt.
Let's see how TLID is going to
Oh, it's already a lord. King Kong. Doing his ding dong.
And then continue forward. Aaron Shiki holding his ground.
Okay, Haya. No, Haya's also dead.
Another, and now without any purifies, Kelra walks forward.
Kelra, bro. GG's.
Shiki is down, and that is going to be a
Yeah, but when I go fucking play the Bruno, do I get to play it? No. What does my teammate do? Gushan comes in button mashes, gives the Gatatka courage.
Grand finals,
Mhm.
a wipeout.
He saw Fabian take the turrets. He's taken the team and the mid turret, tier 2. Taking a look at the instant replay brought to us by Kadia.
Are you watching it in
Team Liquid
okay, no,
had
720?
an idea on how they could win this team fight, but the biggest problem,
Let me do it in like 2x.
untouched, just able to move and groove and slide around and pick up
Yeah.
the kills and clean things up.
Okay, at least I wasn't that much back.
had an idea in terms of execution.
Yeah,
Could
same,
not
bro.
find it just yet, right? Oh no, Witty. He's
Usko.
Man, Kelra. This is
Oh my god. Oh! Goodbye, Ronsiki.
The Gato will.
But Kata will die too there. What is Karp doing inside? This is a throw. Oh no, they cannot capitalize. They have nothing to capitalize. Oh no! Huh?
The lure.
Bro!
Kiriko.
the super family well
W.
connected there.
What the fuck, bro? Brusco is the only one that falls in that engagement and they fucking picked up 4. They picked up everybody, but yes, kill.
This is why it's just so
Ooh, and this is where the Hayabusa problem comes in.
for the few 6 minutes we
Yeah.
saw, we were like, all right, they were matching.
I wonder.
But then
You know what would have been good in this situation?
It's a tough game. It's a
Layla.
based on the
Layla jungle.
Fredrin.
from both sides, right?
Yeah, Fredrin. Probably not. The problem with Fredrin jungle is it doesn't clear the jungle. That's the Fredrin problem. If your jungle can't even clear the jungle, is that even a jungle?
There it is, locking that in. And this is
Exactly.
the difficult part of it, because if we have to look at
That's not jungle, that's a concern.
ID,
Yeah, that game I was playing Joy. I wasn't even taking my red buff. I didn't have the time to take my red buff.
Bro, I like this recall.
For Team Liquid ID, they kind of relying on Witty, but the problem is he prioritized.
I don't have diamonds for anything, and you're fucking showing me recalls. Damn, man.
A couple shots alone brings Witty down, even Aran on the high-lows. So now this is where they go ahead and continue to put the pressure, take the buffs, take whatever they want, and it's up to Team Liquid
I am looking at a blue sky.
I mean, right now the next
W chat, we got.
already purchased by
Yeah.
Kelvin. He doesn't mind to go for those 1v1s, either against Fabian or even from Aaron Sheik.
Yes, Yes,
Sacrifice another inhibitor. This next fight is going to make it or break it for them.
And Yehezkiel just can't get
Bros.
The
Oh.
fact of the matter is, Keller already has the
Mm.
so he's going to be outranging the glooms coming down from Yehezkiel. And if he needs to dish out a bit more damage to get the kill, he's going to have to sacrifice the black shoes, maybe even the flicker.
What is this? Oh.
I don't know, man. I don't see Lilia as an execute hero.
I mean, Lilia is supposed to be designed against Brutsko, maybe even Kirk, sometimes even King Kong if he's already dashed into the middle of the fight, right? He needs Aaron Shiki to kind of slow them down so he can make sure he hits every single one of his abilities. But for now, Fnatic Onyx, they understand that they've got
Who are casting?
overall based on the number of fights that they've had around the river. And Aran will go ahead and give the
Arrow.
information.
Mirko, Gideon, and nice.
Pretty scattered across the map, so they might just be making.
Here comes the Black Hellra.
Give it to them and get ready for a base defense because they got a lot of catching up to do.
Yes, yo.
The thing is, they hold on to the base turrets earlier on, but now
Yeah, I said that Gato is the one that will have the advantage, and surely. Bro, if not, they are a little bit too far ahead sometimes, especially if like.
type of a miracle already divergent, just trying to spot things out. Aran is there alongside Fabian. Wants to go ahead and grab his purple buff.
Aran is the team captain now, imagine. Aran was the newest member in the team last year. Now that fucker is the oldest member in the current team, current roster, and he's the team captain. You understand how fucking fast they change up the teams and shit.
And so now, Fnatic on engage, are they going to...
Aran just debuted like the last year, okay? Now he's the team captain. He was the youngest, not young, no, he was the youngest and the newest member of Aura Fire.
Stepping the Death Sonata
Okay.
shots just to make sure TLID gives him respect.
Look at that. Milfic gun. That's what it gets you. You can hit the turret from so far away. It's a mortar. Slowly but surely just catapulting his way.
Is my mic okay?
Sure, it's gone just like that.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
Are they going to go for a third?
Nice.
That's a dragon. Over to Kirk.
Hayabusa doesn't do much in this kind of situations. You guys see, man, this is where I do not like the Hayabusa. Hayabusa doesn't really do anything. Whenever the enemies are grouped with like 3 to 4 people, the Hayabusa will not do shit.
And Brusco goes for the AOG. 2 members down.
And this is not your epic games. They know how to counter the Hayabusa. GG's. Game number 1. Kelra fucking best locking. Goes over to FNOP.
In a dominant fashion.
Dominant game number 1.
Yo. You have my thing. Go and make the poll. Even though it's a dead chat, go and make the poll, man. Do something as the manager. Come on.
A lot to go ahead and calculate
Alright.
here. Again, it's a best of 7. There's plenty of time to readjust, reconfigure the game plan here, and we'll see how those adjustments are made. But first,
What is my YouTube at the rate? Can you tell me?
by our panelists over there to tell us
YouTube
exactly what
at the
happened
rate.
here in game number 1.
Let me tell you what happened. Fnatic Onyx Philippines, this is the first time they played.
Wait, how to make...
Motherfuckers are saying TLID equals to computer. Man, like, where does these people come from?
Of what they're about. If you're
They're literally sitting at like Epic or something, and they're the one that are like trash talking a team that is playing grand finals.
we have not dropped a single series.
Everybody asked the question, what is Fnatic Onyx doing? Are they resting? Are they preparing? What are they doing in their off time while you see TLID fight it up against SRG? And I guess now we have our questions answered.
Dude, honestly, like looking at this game, I gotta say 10 minutes flew by so
YouTube
fast.
at the rate is Champs Gaming Zone, capital C, HAMPS, capital G, AIM. That's
I
it.
was shocked. I was shocked.
Champs
I went for a
Gaming
quick
Zone.
deliberate-
Can you type it out in Discord?
Gentlemen, tell me what happened.
That was what you call a lightning round.
That was a lightning round. That was definitely, it was a quick
It
little,
is so annoying.
round. It was a warm-up. But right now, I felt like FNOP came in, warmed up. They waited their timing. They didn't rush things in the beginning. They even let themselves take a couple deaths. They sacrificed 2 offlane towers. But Kelra never went down. And the moment we got to that first Lord, it showed tremendously the patience of them, not only on a full fight level, but in those team fights, the way they approach each fight, they're always looking for the turnaround.
This is what you get when a team such as the Super
Yeah.
Family ends up with a draft that they're very comfortable
Also, how to make
with.
polls.
This is what I meant when each team brings their own meta and you play that with
I cannot see anything here. I don't even have any chat or shit. I mean, I have the chat, but it is through a different thing. It doesn't show me polls and stuff.
Yeah, I need to switch to the editor account.
Hayabusa. It's not like they had a bad draft, it's just Fnatic Onyx.
Yeah, now I can.
If I open the Discord window, the stream goes like this.
Again, why in 10 minutes they were able to, as you say, just take over.
And it's taken over.
Kelra will be MVP.
Lightning round, as Leo
Or
stated.
Brusco, I don't know. This is Kelra MVP,
Down
right?
was Brusco the Bruiser on this Gatot. We saw several engagements where he went in, took several hits, went back.
Yeah, Brusco was like the one that literally, man, so good with that AOG.
And guaranteed the kill. Whereas I feel like Witty, he was just having a very hard time on those initiations.
Right now, gentlemen, elephant in the room, this Lilia pick. Do you guys feel like it's serviceable in this series, or is this going to be the last time we see this Lilia?
I don't think the Lilia was the problem. The Lilia was packing a punch. It was giving them very good early game rotations. It was clean. Honestly, some of the big mess ups came from the Cho, came from Witty, either over-aggressing, the fight's already over, he's re-engaging when he's a little too low on health. You know, things of that nature was my issue, at least, with this match.
And in comes a term that we often hear in analysis, forced errors. I think it was up to the Bruiser, Brusco, playing that man-to-man defense throughout 80% of the game that checked Witty. It's so hard as a Cho.
Okay, only the C and the G is in caps.
Battlefield mobility provided for.
Yeah, I sent you now. Yeah, only the C and the G is in caps.
Was just she had to
Copy it, no.
The
What the
low
fuck?
though, you saw that there was a micro diversion, even inside their own base. TLID wasn't safe, so it's this mid duo that keeps TLID on their toes even from the start.
And I think we all know what the tenacity.
So hello and Odi. Hi. I know the stream might be lagging. It will be back to normal like right now.
Little bit of defense made the difference, and that just shows you it's more of the, I don't really feel like the draft was the issue. It was just micro plays. You see Witty just overextending, getting picked off, and that one slight decision made the difference.
I want to touch on the draft a little bit. But
You're already getting it's only game number 1, and FNOP was my freaking pick of the FNOP was my pick for the champion, so makes sense, right? Then again, man, I'm not biased to any of these teams. If SRG was playing here, man, I was rooting for SRG to win the entirety of the thing. But realistically, FNOP were my pick for the tournament, and here they are.
All of the fans of the Super Fam, that's where they.
I mean, I'm just happy to enjoy some good level MLBB. That's all. Even though this game was totally one-sided most of the time. Yeah, most of the time. Because of the Hayabusa and Lilia pick.
That means Aaron Shiki and Liquid ID
I'm not a big fan of the Hayabusa pick.
and how to space out when they can. Apparently, that didn't cost Aaron Shiki much. So that's why he dealt this much damage. Compared to Kelra, who took it slow, played the long game, and eventually hit his power spike, it was inevitable for the core to outscore Liquid IDs.
And now we got to look at the MVP.
Wonder why.
It's going to be the gold standard. Kelra on that Bruno.
Everybody wanna suck me and hang me to dry.
Recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I mean, Kelra has continuously been.
Oh, Kelra MVP. I'm also going to join a tournament. What tournament are you joining? I mean, there are so many tournaments that is happening in India, so many community tournaments. So yeah, why not?
And that's when FNOP is like, okay.
Why not join and have some fun? You guys might get some diamonds. If you guys make it to like top 4, you guys will get some diamonds. We just hosted our tournament. The winner team got like 7k diamonds, I think. We were doing like 15k diamonds total, right? I think the winner team got 7k diamonds. Our first prize is 35k diamonds, which means that tournament at least has over 100 teams, no?
Especially in the early to mid, Kelra we put down to a third of his health. And that's why you said in
Personally though, yeah, if you wanna play the game like that, it's alright. I am
the Malefic.
not for it though. Like I'm not for community tournaments like that. I mean, it's
was at half health even before you could see Kelra.
yeah, it is kinda like really controversial in a way, if I say so.
Looking at this matchup here for Fnatic Onyx Philippines, we were talking about how great the micro.
I don't know what to
They're really
say.
showcasing it. I feel like for both teams, they have this understanding that moving around the map, we both know how to do that. But let me out-muscle you. And I gotta
Oh my god, what? 245 teams total. We did a freaking 32 teams tournament. And our freaking prize money was like 15k diamonds, I think.
in terms of how the game played out, we see a
The next tournament, we are getting even bigger amount of prize money. But I think,
like Fnatic Onyx Philippines.
I don't know, man. I might not be with the team at all.
Alpha. So in my head, is it going to be a strategy for TLID not to
Quitting MLBB, quitting
just so
MLBB.
that Fabian and King Kong can have a fair matchup? Because TLID, when Fabian is not on a hero that he can initially perform by himself, not saying he's not good on the Hayabusa, but
Bro, anything I say, it can be used against me, right? It is basically, you say you lose, you don't say you lose. Either way.
So we are definitely going to
I'm not very high for the community tournaments for a reason. It's not gonna help anybody to improve mostly. Everything is gonna be spent, not thin. Everything's gonna be spent thick. Basically, we need to focus on one agenda, one objective. Everybody paying attention, like it is a distraction in my opinion. Like having so many community tournaments, it's not good for anybody. From Sikkim, it's 80k diamonds tournament.
it is a draft issue.
Oh.
But we got to respect the draft here.
Yeah, so many community tournaments are happening. I know, man. I know. And that is why I'm kinda like,
and I feel like this is the
it's too
when
much.
we're looking at the grand finals. Is it a bad draft? Absolutely not. It's an amazing draft.
It can be both good and bad. Everything can be both good and bad.
And that's why
Let's say having like, what's the negative of having not so many tournaments happening, right? That the average teams, they can't even participate in anything because they're average. And when I use the word average, having so many freaking organizations or community orgs hosting tournaments, the entirety of the country might be remaining average. So we do not get anything done in this big world kind of stage. Okay, MSC, M6, even IESF, that ding dong tournament. We do not get our name. What do we call? We do not have India represented internationally, and this is already M7 we are having. I mean, this is M6, but now we are gonna be having M7. So 7 years of MLBB, sorry, 6 years of MLBB without India.
It's possible that
We are already so far behind.
Before that, we got to look at a quote here. The test of champions from Coach St. DeLucas. Over the past 3 weeks, we've worked to instill a champion mentality. Although the players are new to the M Series, they've embraced this mindset. Being a pro is easy, but developing a champion's
Like my mindset with everything is like,
It's time to drink water.
thank you for the water. Not to waste your energy and resources in so many things and focus into one. That's my thing.
Time would be devastating. As we prepare for this match, it all comes down to mentality, focus, and enjoying the match. Wheezy, this is an insight that I have not seen.
I will say it. I'll say it. Okay, I'll say it. I'll say it. There were these teams, right? The Omen Whisperer team, and then there is like, let's say, I'll take these two teams for example because I have casted many games for them personally. I'm sorry to say, no disrespect or anything. I just do not get the time or energy to like watch any of the Indian teams play that much. Sadly, I'm sorry. But it is because I was casting for them. I was casting a game of Zao Hunt and Omen Whisperers. I think I casted most games of Zao Hunt, Omen Whisperers, and there is also another team. I think they were the champion of our tournament, our C3 teaser tournament. It is.
We've seen the Fredrin Suyo
Bro, what is that team? Who won our tournament, bro? You don't remember, right?
Maybe we haven't even presented yet.
Granger Jungle.
That
Oh my
Just
god.
I mean, Syzygen used it. Granger Jungle. Pick up Granger.
Impurity. Impurity is the one that we crowded out as our champion for C3 teaser tournament. My problem is like they are participating in way too many tournaments. They are like, you know, I keep on saying if you play versus bad teams, you are never gonna improve. You get my point, what I'm like where I'm coming from. That is the problem with BTK2. And like look how clownish they look right now. You see, India is gonna be looking like a clown. Even if they ever get a fucking slot into the World Championship Series stage, in a world level stage, they are gonna be looking clownish because we have too many community tournaments going on. And my eyes, they are always for the fucking big goal. If I don't really care about the small things that much. That's how I like to live large.
press his button like this. Heroes that I do well with.
Damn.
He still does well. Somehow he works for the team. So I don't know if Fabian can do just the same.
Yeah, but I feel like we.
But it is good. It is good for the average team, so they can participate and have a feel like okay, we are playing in tournaments. They can have their fun and shit. But I want the top teams to not participate in this kind of small tournaments and focus on the bigger objective. But then again, man, who is the top team? Is the ABM still the top team? I would really doubt it. Some like so many people will be saying like ABM don't even deserve to play in the Northeast Cup and shit, man. I saw those kind of debates happening.
TLID might think that.
It's not my opinion. I saw like so many comments like.
Aram bhai mein.
I'm not gonna ban any of them.
Yes.
If I know anything,
Why should they not be allowed?
There are controversies, man.
Because they're not from.
Where are you streaming YT and which other app? I am right now live on Twitch and YT. And no, it was not me. I casted in NextG's final, and I was the analyst panel. I mean, I was just having some fun with my team, man, in C3 teaser tournament. So.
You know, we can break down, we can theorize the draft all day long, but in the end, you know, like I said, I feel like in the end.
Your thought about Northeast India, I didn't even watch it. That's my thought.
And that's where I think they really need to step up here.
I think even with a gentleman's
I didn't even pay that much attention while watching it. I was watching it. It was playing here, and I was playing ranks. I'm just honest. I'm an honest guy, okay?
Like if he can't find the setups, he needs help. You pick up this Lilia, right? You trust that that's gonna deal the damage.
I'm an honest guy, bro. I don't lie.
Pick up all these pieces and get these setups, and maybe Aran rushing in as well. But it's not enough. Maybe getting the mid laner. The crowd control should have been the aspect as well to help Witty on these engagements. If they had those setups, maybe Aran could be the one to deal out that damage.
Alexander, that is a good angle. I like that maybe Yehezkiel has to now suddenly play utility again, not true core.
But we've seen that happen, and for that to happen, he needs to have a.
The first problem with it is that if the tournaments they were having, they were literally going simultaneously with M6. At the first place, like, how is that sane? Sigma Junglers of Ohio. Sigma Junglers of Ohio? What's happening? What's up with that story?
So I see the idea.
Everybody from our my entirety of the team, they were watching on our Discord, and Bolty was doing a watch party. Like I was watching through here and there, and I was playing rank myself. After 12 hours of rank, I gained like 2 stars.
Cho is maybe the Cho is not the option. Yes, it feels good sometimes. You can get those big picks, but we're also seeing it just
like Benting said, finally King Kong, you got a team who can match with your intensity. We got so many talents, right? But in a team game, a talent is never gonna shine unless his teammates can cooperate with the player, man. It's as simple as that. You can be a fucking crazy fan. You can be a fucking crazy and on Layla, and you will always get free ganked. I have fucking made Layla's MVP. Layla doing 40% damage in my team. You know how that Layla was fucking doing. She was literally holding her dick out and shooting everything, not moving anywhere. I was playing Gatot Kak. I was like, bhai behan ka thora piche ho ja. And I was like fucking protecting that Layla. Literally that Layla was giving me headaches, man. It was so hard to protect that Layla. He was always getting freely jumped by Alucard, freely jumped by the enemy mage. If I was not playing anything but Gatot Kaka, we wouldn't be winning that game. It's because Gato is an OP hero. I was using my revitalize and going to Lela. Bhai, please, tu mat mar.
Gold this match. He's going to be the main.
Yeah, I made that Lela look good.
Maybe the mess up from TLID, unless they're giving Joy over and they have a lot of confidence in a Fredrin.
Am I alone, man? Am I alone?
Which I think
Nah, bro.
Break down the draft. I will solo kill you, King Kong.
100% win rate against Joy right now.
Choban, Suyuban, Hilda.
Bro, Fabian with a chin which comes through here, okay? I'll solo kill you. That was funny, Fabian is a funny guy.
Yeah, gonna have the mobility.
Yeah, he
gonna
is.
have the element of surprise
Nice
for
sense of
Fnatic
humor.
Onyx. Now, yeah, with the Joy pickup, definitely gonna be a challenge. I'm right there with you, Trex. I think
Fabian's statement of Sigma Mocker.
that is possibly the wisest decision here. But I mean,
Kill
they've got a
her,
lot working for them
Boosko.
already, right? You have this Bruno, a heavily
So
prized.
they again gave up the Bruno. What the fuck, dude?
Alongside the Granger as well.
I mean, here's the thing. Reminding that before this, Fnatic Onyx Philippines.
Yeah, I personally love streaming. I'll always like come back to streaming. I love you guys that show up to my shit and always support. But the thing is, man, like streaming from this PC, it's such an headache. And
they have an option to do that again.
Yep, that was game 1 against.
like not seeing growth, it's also not good for my mentality. I'm always honest. Whenever I see a little bit of growth, it like motivates me to like do even more. If I like see literally no growth, it doesn't really help my mentality. I'll just rather divert to something else and put my focus there. I told you, like same thing with my like that's the same problem I have with this small community tournaments. So many community tournaments happening, it is distracting our actual talented players. Okay, they are not like imagine only playing a tournament and you are getting paid by diamonds. It's not gonna do anything for you. It's not. It is not really worth your time to be playing for diamonds.
But I want to pull it back a bit.
At that point, you are playing for fun. And do you think any of these motherfuckers here that are representing these teams are playing for fun?
And now they have that.
They have big fucking contacts on their name. Do you know Kyrie's contact is like worth millions of dollars?
So
No, it's not. It's not million. It is like $500,000. Kyrie's buyout clause. It is like $500,000. Day 3000 of champ complaining about his PC. Bro, look at my specs, man. 8 GB RAM, bro. I can't even get a RAM and insert it in my PC, bro. Not complaining. I'm just saying things as they are, bro. Like streaming from this with this PC, it's kind of an hassle. Fredrin. Ah. Okay, guys. At least it is Fredrin on King Kong.
Because that's what they need right now, a stopper in mid. Aurora still up there. Vexana, if you really want to get down to it. If they put like a Farsa here, what would that feel like? Would that be enough? Would that be okay?
For FNOP or TLID?
For Liquid.
For me, it's a little bit
Edith. Where is Edith? Am I watching back? Where is Edith, man? Are you watching ahead of me or something?
We've seen
Okay, here comes the Edith ban.
Ice blast
Yeah.
by an Aurora. So yeah, I agree. Let's see if Liquid.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry, bro. This PC though.
On this first pick side, because FNOP can always bring in one more counter pick if they want. A lot of answers. I'm still wondering, are we sold on the fact that this Khalid is Rome right here? Or do we maybe see something else picked up for TLID?
I think Rome is the right decision, but you could possibly pull out the Gatot here as well. And I mean,
So Bolt is still playing. Yeah.
I feel like for Fnatic though, I feel like the same rule applies to them. They could change things entirely.
Bolt is playing.
Have route control. You technically could go for the middle here because you have Red to set up that interruption, and you also have a lot of
Gato.
One thing to know, Matilda, this is
Just prediction. Oh, Edith was your prediction. Edith actually got banned.
we know that Matilda
W prediction, man. W freaking prediction.
the turn for that pick.
TLID gotta come up with something here. They go for the
Oh, Vexana will be interesting.
ability to help out in these objectives. It's something that they had trouble with last.
You do got audio, no?
Final pick, EXP lane.
Yeah, I got audio.
What about the CC?
No, my stream, yeah. We have audio. Hello, Insane.
On this Fredrin.
FNOP will eat TLID.
Survive diversion ambushes. Instead, they go for the old favorite, the Phovius.
You can eat my oatmeal.
So far.
Right now, Madagascar Philippines
Exactly.
final pick here, and they themselves
My
pick up the
6-incher
CC.
oatmeal
What the fuck?
This is a
with
pretty good pick, but gentlemen,
with
so
2
far
cherries
we've
in
been
it
calling the
and
draft.
milk.
We know the differences of ideas
Some
coming into
thick
Lots
milk.
of milk.
TLID going up against Fnatic Onyx Philippines. Fnatic
Lots
Onyx
of
Philippines
thick milk.
quite in terms of the win
Is
condition.
this stream, man?
They have the CC.
Phobias straight away got countered by CC though. So
Continue with the show.
straight up, CC was open and Team freaking TLID. They, sorry, FNOP they picked up the CC.
They didn't even
Panel for
wait a
breaking down
second.
game 2 draft here once again.
He did the right thing by going for that flicker on Phobias.
Even 1-1 in this best of 7.
He's not gonna be winning the freaking lane matchup that much.
Obviously leaning towards gold.
I mean, he will be the one that will be clearing before CC though.
Hold it until about mid game where he
And if he goes for the lane clearance before CC, he will have to be flickering out maybe if he gets poked down too much, or he can just rotate. I mean, flicker is better here.
We'll see if it's all going to come to place once again. Team Liquid ID, a different lineup.
What the hell, Imsen?
Range that we saw earlier, and maybe even contain Kelra, the gold standard on the Bruno once again. As they
Wonder why.
you know, the Fredrin has popped up a little.
Only black people do a flyby.
Tournament here, but it was a.
When the Phobias gets the second skill, yeah, Phobias is not gonna be winning versus CC, like I said.
So King Kong going back to a familiar and comfort pick, if you will. That
Okay, VD party going hard.
trying to check things out here. Super Prince really low.
I feel like the world forgot about the 2 years that we had to deal with.
Okay, Fabian. Okay.
I don't think anybody can forget that, right?
The rotations are so fast. The rotations are always matching and shit.
Top side, it depends on the direction that they want to go to. And for now, it's a help Aran get out of this lane. We're just going to let Aaron Shiki do his thing in the gold.
Aran.
Blessing, perhaps just rotate around the map and help the team get neutral objectives.
I'm so tired of seeing this stupid Bruno and Granger, bro. Give me some Mias. Give me some freaking 1-1.
Wise on the Khalid. We saw this also yesterday. Flicker out King Kong. Wow, that's quick for a Fredrin.
Yeah, he showed up real
Mia.
fast. Look at the emblem. So to answer,
Mia, yes.
does have the Festival Blood.
We fucking lost 5 games consistently to Mia, remember? 5 fucking games straight up, losing to Mia.
Tenacities. Again, this is a tankier Super Prince Luyi.
Not 5 games, though, 3 games.
Again,
At least 4 for sure. I think it was 5.
It was 3, I think.
3 for sure.
Yeah,
Sorry, 4 for sure.
3 was in a row.
Yeah, 4 in a row for sure. The 4th one, it was also a Mia. Mia and the Hellcat was in team.
Oh man.
No MM. No MM. We pick up a Hellcat against a Kufra. Oh. There goes a run. I mean, sorry, there goes Super Prince. VD? Oh, VD surviving.
Don't want to chase. Fabian.
Oh.
The purple buff and gets out.
Mother chod stream live. Yeah.
Where?
Fnatic on PH want to go and fight. They will get it. I'm surprised too. Witty was still able to survive that, even without the flicker that he had to burn earlier on. But ultimately, still even.
What you doing though, Insen? What you doing? Probably playing rank and feeding.
Actually, I think it might not be as even as we think it is, right?
Yeah, jerking it.
Kong's level 5. He had a previous 2-level lead because of
I haven't seen Insen for a while. Are you alright, Insen?
now Fabian will maintain that
Oh.
lead throughout this match.
Yeah, and the fact that Witty actually got out
Something
was just so
happened.
valuable for
Did
them.
you get abused by your neighborhood Spider-Man?
Good use of the Detsana.
Oh, what?
Or your neighborhood uncle? Well, your neighborhood uncle? Your papa's office mate?
Up top.
Oh,
This match. Kurt brought back
Oh,
again for a
man.
pursuit. That was not the empowered skill 1.
Talk about the discipline, man. I mean, he held on.
Bro,
to
what the
advantage.
fuck?
Take
This
a trip,
Phobias
though.
was fucking up
It was the
the
top
CC.
side.
Fabian electrifying beats gets him out to safety. Witty rotating as well. Raging.
Oh, VD, but he doesn't have any damage to follow him up. Here comes the SKL. Super Prince is gone.
Yep, now they all will die.
They will not all die. They will escape. They will escape. Only at the cost of Super Prince.
Brusco should be fine. It'll be another
Yeah,
trade on the board.
that-
TLID were
Beesh.
capitalizing on FNOP's attempts.
Now they pull
Phobias, though.
slightly more for Team Liquid.
Helra. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
That's twice, right? Yo, to Kirk.
Oh. Vidi will die here. No. Vidi doesn't die. Damn.
They got the dive off, they got the kill that they were looking for, and still
What is the level difference between King Kong and Fabian? I wanna see. Yeah, 2 levels. Like I said, guys, I don't like the fucking Fredrin because this motherfucker from the jungle can't even clear his own jungle.
TLID
I don't like the Fabian jungle. I'm sorry. Fredrin jungle. Yeah. It doesn't clear his own jungle. It can't clear his own jungle. Oh, goodbye, Aran.
Jumping in the back line, electrifying beats to run away. Eternal guard not connecting. That's a good yin yang reaction.
Oh, nearly died.
Flicker forward, AOT.
What the hell, insane? Oh, motherfucker. Fanatic Onyx comes back like crazy, motherfuckers, man. Fanatic Onyx, they're crazy, motherfuckers, man.
nobody is getting resources being thrown left and right.
I will solo kill you. You can only run with Joy here. Joy isn't really killing shit on the enemy team.
Wanted it, but also now the 2 turtles in the hands of FNOP plus a turret. Kelra, 1 hit away still, might go down. And Aran goes in. No, he flickers forward.
Nah, man. Bruno is so hard to catch.
Just having fun
With the Purify. No, it's a flicker. It's even harder to catch here.
So scary. I mean, it's scary now, but he doesn't have the Berserker's.
Yeah, I do not need the Purify this game.
Which I think he should be getting sometime soon. In the meantime, I think that's
Super Prince. Yeah, that's the first item of Luoi. Bro! Oh my god, I just remembered the chocolate Luoi.
Yeah, they're catching up with those first items. That's a
Bro, I didn't get chocolate last night.
Super Prince just got the glowing wand, so now working on his next. I'm surprised. Again, where's he gonna go with this time first?
Teleportation.
King Kong with him.
Okay, goodbye, yes. Oh no, he knows.
They're gonna get spotted out.
Vexana spotted.
Fabian almost getting fucked. Not. And stream lag. It's not from my side though.
over. Fabian locked down. Brusco picking up that
Here,
kill.
What the hell is King Kong doing?
Yeah, King Kong.
King Kong not King Konging. No, King Kong is King Konging. King Kong is King Konging. Never mind. Yes, kill is also gone. Goodbye. That's an wiped out.
Yeah.
That's an wipe out.
6 minutes, 36 seconds into
You didn't type me. If not for eat TLID, you can eat.
That is a pinch and more, and they're gonna get more off of it. Again, you already see the.
It's not good to watch, bro. I want 1-1. Not 1-1 the hero. I want the score to be 1-1.
I want fucking something interesting, dude.
Yay.
Damn, man.
Spawning up, Kirk.
Fabian, bro, like, damn, bro.
Cannot do much with Joy like that.
Yeah, stand on your words, nigga.
Joy is really good playing around the team. Same thing with Penny. It's not a solo thing. You cannot do anything with solo. You're not playing him on.
Really won't die.
The problem for the side of freaking TLID is they do not have an engagement, right? If they picked up the Nigriel or something, they would have had an engagement. Brusco can engage better.
Yeah.
King Kong can engage. Team can follow up. For Fabian though, how do you engage? You cannot engage by yourself. You are a freaking squishy assassin.
Oh, they don't have any shitty tank.
Yeah, they do not have a tank. It's an Khalid roam.
Exactly, that's it. Khalid roam. क्या कर लेगा भाई Khalid?
I can hit the tears. What the hell is that?
They just gotta sacrifice the tier 2. No point to fight now.
They keep on giving up the Bruno Bhai.
And now that he gets and just works that turret down, King.
And Vidi probably gone. Yeah, Vidi is gone.
Brusco picks up the kill. Eros, that Sonata does nothing. Kelra.
Oh my god. Look at that nigga.
Showing off at this point.
Look at that Bruno.
What can you say about it, right? He's getting away with
Yeah, Fabian just doing the usual things that I do there, man. On that kind of situation.
If I had a super fan behind me too, I'd probably be as confident as Kelra, but right now they're already assaulting the base turret.
Aran Walking up.
Shut up, Vincent.
Connecting.
Shut up.
Able to dodge away from that one. Kelra's just munching on this turret from out of turret range.
I hope you get moved for Christmas, Vincent.
Move into that 9 minutes, 4 to 10, 7K gold lead.
Christmas is almost here, bro.
Onic PH are putting
Where are my gifts?
in a slow chokehold, and they just
I said gifts.
Reaction. The balls from Kelra.
Oh.
Diversion from Prince.
Oh.
And the diversion is
Nobody
truly a
texted.
diversion. The mid wave comes in and Kelra picks it up.
Oh my god, Widdy. Khalid isn't reliable as in Rome. That is why though. Khalid gone
Yeah,
again.
he can engage really good, but escaping is
Nah, Khalid can't even engage. It's not a reliable engage with the freaking Raging Sandstorm. It's not immediate.
And now working on the mid turret.
They're making this
Yeah,
look
it's
so
not
easy right
actually.
now. And this is
The stun of the Raging Sandstorm, it isn't even that big.
the next wave already crashing on. Let's see how
Nope.
Fnatic Onic push
Like
through.
1 second. I
No,
think
it's not 1 second.
Oh man, Fabian, he tried to go for the
I don't
flank,
think
but
it's even
Kelra's the
0.5.
real
I don't know. It
assassin.
might be 0.5.
That, honestly, at
It
that
is
point, now
0.5.
they can go ahead and focus on the Lord. It looks like they'll do that,
I
but
think so.
I wouldn't have expected at this
Helra is 505. 505.
non-existence for Team Liquid ID here.
Fucking Kelra, bro, he's playing in Mythic lobby or some shit. Epic lobby right now.
Liquid ID's control. I think a large part of it is
5-0.
Around City 1-1. Oh.
But Fnatic Onic slowly pushes these skirmishes together into one
208
and
Brusco.
that's what Team Liquid ID is failing to see.
What?
Think about it here.
208. Brusco 208.
8,000 gold behind. There's no
Ah, yeah,
area
yeah.
here around this Lord, so that's more so of what's the
Fucking
game plan
Gatos got
for
shut
the
down.
They lost in the draft.
I feel like this is
Yeah,
what we call in the business a checkmate angle.
Yeah, this is 2-0, man. For
Not
sure.
10K, but they've got 2 inhibitor turns, which is already wild.
Why is the quality in the so trash?
Double check the items real quick on our monitor, and yeah, not enough of an item
Oh.
power spike. King Kong knows it, that they've got them in the triangle choke.
That's the beat.
Yeah, King Kong. Yeah. You don't have to do much.
Now they're looking for another siege.
When your team is doing that, you don't have to do much.
But again, as that Lord does make its way, they are going to work it down.
Again, Khalid, it's Bruno. No, it is Khalid. It's not Khalid's fault. It's just Khalid is not a reliable roamer. I mean, you cannot engage with Khalid. Same thing with Aran. I mean, Phobias. You cannot engage reliably. You cannot come in for your mage to like hold somebody down. Okay, you have to dive so far back, then your mage cannot cooperate with you. You with both the heroes, yeah, you have to go in too deep to engage, okay? Then your mage is like literally out of the fight. Your mage cannot follow up with you guys.
Now they're going for the back line. Bruce goes by.
And this is 2-1. Sorry, 2-0.
For the crystal to put it to
Pro can sometimes, it's not sometimes. 3-shot even Edith. Your Edith probably.
Game 1 was fast.
Yeah, Bruno can do 2.5k damage with a single basic attack.
And now sitting at 2.
So Edith has 2.5k HP. If you do not build proper defense items, you will be dying with 3 hits.
more polished team right now.
If you build proper defense items, it will be taking 5 to 6 hits.
And the first one he's made it to, he might just get finals MVP here.
He just might. The whole team completely locked.
I don't want a fucking stupid Bruno skin, man.
What do you guys
Do not be finals MVP.
What's going on here?
What we think here is that in M series history, it's either a 4.
I hope that Kelra fucking picks up a 1-1 and then becomes the finals MVP. And they choose the 1-1 skin to be made and not the stupid Bruno one.
Those were quick, but might I remind you, it happened here at Axiata Arena. That impossible happened.
Yeah.
But either ways, this is looking.
We got Wizzy on desk. Yeah.
Oh, setting the tone, Fnatic Onic again, and this time even faster
Yeah.
than game number 1. That's a hard pill to swallow for any team. And
Give me something, man. Give me something.
Team Liquid ID back to the drawing board again for game number 3. What do they need to do to make the difference?
Bolty, yeah, of course, man. Everybody is the watch party boy these days, huh? I didn't see them in Discord. I was trying to join them, but I don't know where they're sitting. I'm not there, so couldn't join.
If we see some sort of miracle happen in a sense of reverse sweep, if we see TLID maybe turn things around here, but it is looking rough. FNOP seem like they were born for this night right now.
It ain't?
not just
My edit.
but from gameplay to
Probably it's your edit, man. Who was speeding.
players, they are handling
I don't know. Guys, I really wanna. Hey, Insane. What happened to that rising thing, Insane? Insane, what happened to that rising thing?
Fnatic on the Philippines, all 5 members, they're playing it very, very clean.
Bruno deserves the. Nah, I don't like Bruno, bro. It's a little bit too. You know what? Fucking, I cannot win with Bruno though. I cannot win with Bruno. Every time I pick the Bruno, I cannot win. I mean, I'll be winning the lane, but then losing the game.
Have to get in the zone because right now it does seem like something's going on. Something's going on that they're missing their skills here.
What happened to the rising thing?
Speak for what Liquid is doing so far, because these are, you know, some blunders that they've committed before. But for Fnatic Onyx Philippines, this is a lineup that they tried before against Liquid ID. It was what?
Bro was an underdog. No, Bruno wasn't really that good before he got the buff.
Just switch up a few pieces, but it's still King Kong on the Fredrin.
Bruno became good.
A sustainable XP laner, much like the CC. They lost that game in the hands of Liquid ID, but as you pointed out, Trex, they learned a few.
Yeah, Bruno kinda. I'm thinking. 1-1 was just way too good, man. when they did that 11-11 skin for 1-1, at that time she was just ooh. I miss my old 1-1.
Bruno, you have this late game potential, and overall.
What do you mean best of 4? Best of 7, you.
I mean, they took a death on one of those invades, but they were consistently putting pressure.
Bro!
They didn't want to let Aaron streak.
Bro!
They closed this game out in 11 minutes and 50 seconds, and they
no way.
They needed to play it.
Let me just say, I kind of feel like every single time TLID.
You cannot win it. Nah, yeah. Every time I pick Bruno, I lose the game. I end up losing the game.
This time he got the joy, but
every fucking time. It's an MVP loss most of the time.
Let me tell you, 0-0-9 on King Kong's Fredrin, and we heard what Mirko said. That's a pretty fast Fredrin.
Hey, that's the beast taking care of him. And did we not talk about this pre-match that
Sky Piercer 5-8 Chocolate Kagura when I played Bruno.
As much as he is a micro-mechanically gifted player,
Enemy marksman cannot do shit versus me in lane. He hides under the tower the entire game. My team never ganks the marksman lane. And come late game, I'm sitting 4-3. The enemy Melissa somehow 14-2.
You know what? I'm starting to realize a pattern, right? Get the roamer uncomfortable, get Witty uncomfortable, right? And you've seen him go from a setup roamer to now a damage roamer, but it's still the same recipe for the side of Fnatic Onyx, right? They know if they go aggressive super early, if Brusco can...
Yeah, I cannot win with Bruno. Then I go Gato roam and I make this kind of freaking Layla do 34% damage with the Layla. Onyx. Yo, where is Faisal? When I went roam with my Gatot Kaka, I made a Onyx guy win. With my Gatot Kaka roam. Hello Joy, welcome to the stream, bro. I made an Onyx guy win with my Gatot Kaka roam, bro. This Layla was such a pain in my ass.
and if you're getting stacks against
King Kong.
5k, 6k ahead of you,
Bruno was an underdog in the community. Granger, no. What do you mean Granger? Granger only... Insane. Granger only got the revamp like 2 days ago. Bruno has been the same for over 3 patches now.
World Championship, but Fnatic Onyx Philippines keep on countering them.
I know Bruno is your all-time favorite thing to play.
It's 2 times now. Twice with the
One.
Bruno, the gold standard, Kelra.
they're gonna run out of angles to shoot him from the same corridor, man. He's gonna keep getting the nod here.
I mean, if he keeps getting the Bruno.
I mean, yes, the Bruno's a problem, and it's true. At this point, do you completely switch up your draft ideas and
Yeah, giving the fucking gold standard 2 games back-to-back, the most fucking broken hero of the drafting phase, in my opinion, okay? Bruno is the most broken hero you can pick up in drafting phase.
I mean, I get it. The Bruno's a problem.
Yeah, Bruno is better than the Zushin, purely. Yeah, Bruno is better than Zushin, okay? And giving that hero over to the gold fucking standard, it's an L drafting.
Else that's impacting here. We're talking about...
Yeah, before they were nerf, Granger, Dash and ulti, it was more...
It almost does feel like the draft makes an impact, but the players that piloted... Oh my...
Bro, Insane, you don't know what you are talking about half the time, but sure, bro. What you mean they nerf? Yeah, the Dash got nerfed. The ultimate didn't get nerfed.
might see
The ultimate's damage got reduced because they literally revamped the hero.
and Joy just can't move, man. Joy gets either hit by the duality.
Bro, the hero got revamped and the hero was never hyped before the revamp. Granger was never used in gold lane before the revamp. After the revamp, Granger gold became a thing. Before the revamp, no, not really.
TLID needs to get a hero that is uncounterable, but no such hero exists.
It's gonna be
Old Bruno had longer dash, by the way, and his first skill resets.
switch up the goal laners. Even if you take out the Bruno, it's the
What was the Bruno ultimate? I do not remember. What was the Bruno ultimate back then?
to get your gold.
They changed it to the bouncing balls recently. What that thing used to be before they like changed it. I can't really remember the old Bruno ultimate. What was it?
For this big play. Even if you catch Kelra there, even if
Oh
you
man, my freaking leg hurts.
nobody is there with you, you're not going to be able to kill him. He still will have.
What's going on, by the way, Joy? How are you doing, my boy?
About 7,000 behind in gold. You are not going to be able to brute force win a fight against Fnatic Onic Philippines right now.
Who talking about gold and Granger? I was talking about hype in. What is hype in MM?
For some plays right now.
Bro, your Granger wasn't even like sought after for the last 2 freaking years. Granger wasn't even like nobody was saying Granger was good.
And Super Friends.
Hype man. If you're talking about hype man, Gushan and fucking Alucard is hype in our server. Every game there is Gushan and Alucard. Even people I invite from other servers, after they play with me a little bit, they will be like saying like, what is the thing with all this Granger and Alucards in your server, man?
They're essentially stopping what the mid duo of TLID wants to do. You want to rotate? Excuse me, sir, but let's have a 2v2 here in lane. Like, no matter what's going on, what they do is stopping. That really enables King Kong
Hype.
to move around the jungle. Like, we've been watching this.
I mean, I just gave you my thoughts. I don't know what else to say.
As well as Super Friends, they're allowing King Kong, number one, to do what he wants. If he wants to enter the opponent's jungle, go for it. But they also prevent. If Favian wants to go inside Onyx territory, Brusco as well as Super Friends stops that. These two players, we don't talk about the.
Yo, you know, man, I do not have the thing, bro.
Is what making King Kong look.
I mean, those are also hyped one.
Amazing. Now, right now, this is a 2-0. We got to have some different opinions here because panelists, we've been talking.
The most underrated hero in the game right now.
Coach Yeb, where he's at courtside with our host. So let's see what Coach Yeb has to say for this matchup.
Thank you, the panel. Here's Michelle with Rema for our courtside report. Now
I'm looking at the hero pool. I'm thinking about the most underrated hero in the game right now. Do you want to be the panda?
Yeah, sorry? Coach, I'm preferred still to call you as coach. Is that okay for you? Okay, so how are you doing here?
I'm fine.
Fine, yeah. So would you like to introduce...
Yeah, people think that whenever they go button mash with Gushan, they're kind of cool and shit, right?
Like the work as a coach, right?
Well, basically, just for this M series, I'm here to...
Yeah, everybody thinks that they're cool when they button mash with Gushan.
So what kind of support Rema must be curious about, right?
Yeah, like
I mean, the hero is fun to play, okay? But whatever.
Fnatic Onic Philippines. So, Coach, why not mention that you've offered a helping hand to FNOP during the knockouts? So, what kind of support, the ones that you're willing to share with us, that you give to FNOP?
I'm not talking about Akai.
Helping them.
Yeah, man. Panda does so much damage, I know.
Just for additional strategies, yeah.
All right, so backup, right?
Okay. Talking about underrated hero in the game right now, Cyclops.
So like you help motivate the team.
That's why I still call you as the coach. Okay.
Yeah.
So now on the stage is
Cyclops.
the third-time rematch of the Fnatic Onic versus Team Liquid. Absolutely the most like the rematch of any M series here, right? So as a coach, your boys just got.
Cham, do you remember my Akai and your Valley? 9 years ago, of course, I do not remember. I play a lot of games, bro. What happened to Rezox?
The series is not yet done, so we don't have to be complacent and just enjoy the game.
All right, so right now we're getting chill guy right now. Not too excited.
Oh my god, this guy.
Don't want the boys to get complacent. So, since as a coach, maybe you could give for one itch.
Cyclops, he just got a cooldown buff. His bit house, excuse me. Yeah, Cyclops is underrated right now in the game.
And for Fnatic Onyx Philippines, could you give us your one key to victory for each team?
Just be themselves and enjoy the game. Yeah.
Just be the show, guys. Why, right?
Be themselves and enjoy the game. I feel like Coach Yeb is holding back a bit, but we understand.
Oh, this is Coach Yeb. I almost couldn't register because he got like he's looking fresh and he's like wearing suits. It's not a suit. It's a two-piece.
Thank you so much, Sonics.
Not a three-piece.
Filipinos, all Filipinos that supporting Onyx Philippines. We love you all.
One day I will find a.
Thank you, Yep. Thank you, Rema. Okay, now it's a good time to start the game 3. So let's throw it back to the panel.
Oh my God, we are going back to game 3 already, bros. Come on, bro.
Coach Yeb's advice is great for Fnatic Onyx Philippines.
The game is kinda like all over the places.
Can TLID do that? Can they just be themselves, be fighting all the time? Like, again, Coach Yeb, amazing coach, that's his advice. Trex, what do you feel? Do you feel like TLID can take that advice?
Coach T. I mean, yeah, have fun, but you know what's fun? Winning.
Yeah,
winning.
Rocks need no protection from the rain.
Just point blank. I mean, it's.
I just recharged 445 rupees. My internet for no reason has 12 kbps speed. What the hell? Why are you using it Airtel, bro?
That last one, I don't think the joy into the Fred one was good, but there's still just mistakes over the map.
Yeah, I feel like an element that you have to take is that use your best strategy. And I feel like TLID, that's fighting, but they got to refine it, but they have very little time. However, I do got to say, since they're using the ROG Phone 9 Pro, they can do it. Was it? Yeah, are you okay? I mean, you're really going for some game
It looks great. I'm seeing what else Liquid ID can do, all right? We've stretched the limit of the 77 current hero pool in M6, and I'm looking like what else is left. I'm using the 160.
By the way, Valentina is like totally trash, man. I think all of the teams are realizing that Valentina is not really reliable. Valentina's cooldowns are too long. Nobody's giving a flying shit about Valentina.
I mean, like, I don't know about you. Since you're in
Yeah, it doesn't always give full network, sometimes cuts the network. Bro, like, why are you using Airtel?
your energy, heck, you know what? I got full boxes. I got what do you call it?
Cartons. You got
cartons. I got cartons of Hello Panda.
Carton.
We got cartons. And now we got Hello Panda, and you guys can too. Heck, I was walking around Anxiat Arena, and a lot of people are bringing out their Hello Panda. So shout out to Hello Panda and to all of you guys enjoying this lovely biscuit.
You know what I loved about the interview with Coach Yeb?
What?
I loved the fact that he was asked the question, how does he feel about Fnatic Onyx, right? They're up 2-0. Normally you would expect maybe somebody to say...
I don't even have the freaking M6 pass yet, by the way.
It's guaranteed. But no, he respects the dynamic. Right? He said, job's not finished. The Mamba mentality.
So that's what you like. What I like is honestly Ferry. When luxury meets gaming with Ferries. First, M6 switch. Watch this. Green Ferry, locked in, Green Ferry. That's the Blue Ferry.
Have you seen me play? I think you carried me with a Cyclops one game. Yeah. Thank you.
As well.
Definitely have.
All the ferries here, and one cool thing is that if you have a ferry watch, you can ride their buggy, so you can go to the carnival. So we could do that, but we're working.
I need to get a watch. That's what I got out of that.
You know what I need?
This isn't actually mine. They didn't give me one. They're let me borrow it.
What we're on top of things here, literally in the nosebleed seats in Axiata, I could use a secret lab.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
too.
You know what will you be able to do with secret lab?
Bro said like, fuck M6, we are gonna go rank.
If Trex had a secret lab chair,
bros are crazy.
Exactly. She would. But we all know whose fault that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Secret Labs would be great.
I have seen your freaking Cyclops, you dummy.
Either ways, now we gotta get back on.
You played Cyclops with me, and you got the MVP that game.
2-0 for Fnatic Onyx Philippines.
You were supporting me, I was jungling.
And they're at
yeah, you were mage.
While all of this is going on, TLID had time. They had time to readjust. They had time to re-strategize. So far, gentlemen, in my personal opinion, whenever TLID adjusts, is honestly in their mid lane when it comes to the hero picks. I don't know if that's enough. Because so far, Pavia...
That is definitely not enough.
Aaron Shiki, rotating same heroes.
I can get the prime skin if I could play 50 games. Why the fuck are you not playing? Why did you go for the... Actually, whatever, bro. You got the M6 pass for free, no? I don't even have the pass myself, you know?
Is there anything you like?
My guess never fails. Told you. My champion guess?
He's always been
TLID? Oh, Fazal? You are... Oh, welcome to the stream, Fazal. I was talking about you earlier and I was mentioning what? Oh, Fazal, I carried a Onyx guy. When I went Gatot Kaka home, I carried a Onyx guy who was playing Layla. That guy was freaking like standing onto Alucard's face and shooting the Alucard, trying to shoot the Alucard. If I was playing anything but that guy, that thing, bro, like it was so pain to carry the Onyx guy, bro. I was Gatot Kaka tank. And I carried a Onyx guy. Gatot Kaka MVP roam. Yeah, FNOP, they were my champions pick.
Double digits for that average KDA.
They were my champions, guys.
Past couple of games, and they're meeting in the upper bracket finals. Yehezkiel was prior on top of the scale, and now the Ghost of Jakarta cannot step back up, and this is what we have. Still, you know, just barely there, top 5, the untouchable one, Aaron Shiki, but yeah, compared to the 3.
Can I get the prime skin if I could play? Yeah, how many levels? If you are over level 60, insane, you will get it. If you are over level 60 right now, you will be getting it.
If TLID doesn't hit the switch at some point,
I'm sitting at 65 only.
might wrap up soon.
Hey, I just hit the switch, flip. That's what needs to happen right now from the side of TLID to be able to get back online and take this game under control, because they're running out of opportunities. Now facing with their backs against the wall, 2-0, and everybody knows when it comes to esports, this is one of the hardest things to come back.
Just make up your mind after you got an Onyx unit. Yeah, man, it's so hard, bhai. I was like, MM, play safe, please. Like, stop making it a pain in my ass, bro.
With the crowd control on both methods.
I'm at 65. I am also at 65.
On stage, we just saw Coach Facehugger slash assistant coach for Team Liquid ID, and the situation they're in right now, a 0-2 slump. I bet this throws him back to his old days in Aura, where they would struggle in MPLID for the longest time, and now as a coach is like, yeah, I've been there, gentlemen. I know what it's like. I wonder if that...
Guys, BRB, man. BRB, I need to go and poop.
They need everything they can have, you know, any kind of help.
Now we're jumping into the drafting phase of game number 3, where TLID, now or never, they gotta pick up some kind of momentum. And if we go back to the advice of Coach Jeb, something about having fun is being comfortable, is being alive. And now we hear TLID not giving Kelra that Bruno anymore. And now looking at the junglers here, only one has been banned, and that's Fanny.
So at this point, maybe we see FNOP just, all right, fine, you ban. They're very known to do this. If you're going to ban the Bruno, we'll ban the Granger here. Leave the jungles open to trade up on. But again, FNOP's now they're in this place of maybe comfortability. But my guess is you just ban the Granger here.
I mean, it's a pretty good ban. And again, if you pick up the Suyo, you got the Joy. If they pick up the Joy, they got the Fredrin. The Eve gets banned out, which, might I remind you, this is the pick TLID used to stop Snoggeray Giant. So this is a very good respect ban here. And now TLID, time to drop the beat of Flash, becoming a Joy.
That's a stinger, right? I mean, I feel like FNOP is putting them in a chokehold right now, right? They want them to take the Joy. They're not even worried about it. I mean, credits to Coach T over there, Coach Trex. The Fredrin is still on the board, and we know it's 100% win rate.
But that alone is not the problem here. You can still put the Suyo on King Kong. And
Granger as well.
Yeah, Granger.
Yeah, exactly. And win the rest of the lineup.
If I'm banning Bruno, I'm thinking we definitely see the Granger pick up here, right? It's like, why even? Because now you give over Granger, and then what do you have in response to Kelra at this point? Who's been, but against Kelra on the Granger.
Oh, Harry!
Now FNOP's, all right, so FNOP decides to switch it up. Fine, we're gonna have some fun this game.
They're taking risk here.
Well, there's no need to rush the Suyo. They do open up the Granger still. Definitely a risk because you're outranged. But something tells me Fnatic Onyx, like, they won the first 2 games with a very similar lineup. They're going, all right, maybe this time we dive.
I mean, I don't know. Personally for me, when you hear footsteps, you think of horses, not zebras, where sometimes the simplest thing is the right solution. But it looks like Fnatic Onyx Philippines, they're throwing a curve here, which is very interesting.
We've seen Fnatic Onyx pull this kind of trick against their series with Falcon Esports. They could have won clean, and then decided to go, yeah, let's play the Yu Zhong.
Yeah, that's why you know, I'm like, I don't know about this.
I think at this point, I don't know. It feels a little weird seeing the Hereth up front. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's weird at all, but yeah, I think Fredrin here would be solid. It's definitely what I think I would see them pick. But again, they're in that point I was talking about, where sometimes if FNOP starts drafting a little strange, this is a chance for TLID to capitalize.
So let me just say this. The reason why I feel like it's strange, because it feels like a trap, right? Do we not get this kind of vibe? It's like they're letting go of that Granger. It feels like they have a strat specifically for this Granger. So that's why I feel like this is sus. They're letting go of this. What are they planning? What's the strategy here? What kind of trap is TLID going to fall into?
Yeah, and then they go for the Suyo instead of the Fredrin as well. So I'm right there with you. I think they are having a strategy that we have yet to see so far in the Axiata arena. But when it comes to TLID, Aran, he's got a comfort pick. He's rocking that Hilda.
Yep, he himself pushed the Hilda agenda all throughout MPLID, and now the world is reeling in the wake of this XP lane dominator. Going into bans, we still don't have mid laners. Instead, they ban a specialty hero for Widdy, the chip.
At this point, I'm liking TLID's draft. Their draft is clean. They were given a lot of prio, a lot of great picks. Everything that they have feels good against what FNOP has brought so far.
Right now, when I'm thinking of traps, maybe I'm overthinking in general here, but if there's a Suyo, would you ban a Fredrin?
No.
No.
But is there a chance Fredrin EXP comes out?
Nah.
Maybe, but that's still, I mean, that only really kicks in that's going to kick in around like First Lord, but either way, that's when FNOP's been fighting. That's when they've been really winning out, is around that 7-minute mark.
There's so many other heroes.
Let's go.
Suddenly go, yeah, I'll Fredrin XP.
What did they draft?
Maybe you are overthinking it, LaFell.
No.
I mean, I don't know. Because again, I feel
Lose that now, busy.
and I'm not sure what it is.
The fuck are you guys talking about?
Milo's taken off the board as well. We still have yet to see the mid lane matchups. The Farza still up for grabs. Looks very,
Just need to complete 80 matches for me to confirm getting it. Insane, you dumbass. You are never showing up when we are calling you to play. So like, why are you complaining?
Right, he's able to get to the back line. This literally was the
Insane.
deciding fact in game number 1. We saw multiple times where he would go in at 1 HP in the tenacity.
If not, ain't losing. I also think so. They're too strong.
They're able to find the picks off. They're able to take out multiple members of TLID.
So what are we looking at here? Final ban coming in from TLID is going to be the Khalid. Target down onto Brusco. Target down onto that.
They finally banned the Bruno, right? Yeah, this motherfuckers. It took them 2 games to realize that Bruno shouldn't be given to Kelra.
If ever Fnatic Onyx do pick up the Edith, but I don't think they're going to pick it here. They'll pick the mid laner here.
Took them 2 games to realize. It didn't take them much. Only 2 games in the final.
For mid here. Maybe
No,
they
2
take,
games.
I mean, Valentina doesn't
Only 2.
Easy.
here. They could go for the Fars, I guess, but Joy's going to run down on that. You got the Death Sonata. You have a lot of answers for Farza. But again, it is Super Friends, probably one of the best positioners in the game right now. It's tough.
Even the Aurora is still available for grabs. FNOP could definitely take that, especially having that Hilda is going to rush in. I mean, half the crowd control will be very effective. But wait a minute!
Estes? Oh no, that's Sicilian.
Locked in for FNOP.
Sicilian. Oh, bro.
What does TLID
Super Prince with the Sicilian. Right after they talked about how Super Prince is one of the best positioner in the game. One of the best.
I mean, we've seen
They picked up Sicilian on the hands of Super Prince.
And then they pick up Alpha or
Whee!
something.
The ghost plays like that, son.
Hey, man, I'm just saying. You're right.
What is
It's,
this little epic?
artillery backline.
Utility
I don't know if that's in his kit. It's true.
You can fight range with range, though. You could go in for the Navaria. I mean, up against this composition, you can play for...
Novadia. What are you? Wheezy.
That's a double poke.
Oh!
Okay.
Still good poke.
Okay, Parsha is good versus the Sissy. Mostly.
The Carmilla, which I think is a...
Parsha can delete the Sissy with like 2 hits if somebody is gonna be landing a proper stun in front of the Parsha.
Useful it'll be here in this game.
It's the we don't know what to pick, but we're gonna go for this. It's the whatever.
I don't want to say it like that.
I mean,
I would
not
say-
exactly not know what to pick, but it
Yo,
is
how are you enjoying the weather, Faisal?
work here. What do you want right now, Witty?
This is something that you can possibly come back with because the Curse of Blood is very deceptive, right? When you hit that big burst of damage, you can't really calculate for that. So maybe this is their Hail Mary.
Yeah, it's going to be challenging, though, because now they're lacking in the crowd control department. It's going to be more on being the
And
aggressor.
CC to finalize the draft
Just how well
from the side of FNOP.
the aggression. We even had a lot of segments on
CC.
aggression versus endurance, and they were the aggressor in that struggle. And now the final pick will be the CC to match the mobility of Iran on his signature Hilda.
Right now, TLID looking at the draft. This is one of their best drafts so far when it comes to comfort. But is it enough? We're throwing it over to the casters.
2 devastating games already for Team Liquid ID, and now 2 games MVP performances for Kelra. This time doesn't get the Bruno. Can we see an adjustment here? Is this enough to bring a match?
Yo, what did Bruno pick up, by the way? Sorry, what did Kelra pick up?
This time. I mean, their draft, yes, as LaFell has mentioned, could
Had it?
turn it around
Okay.
with that Curse of Blood, but it feels more like a deny rather than an accelerant.
I like the adjustment, right? I really like the adjustment for TLID. I feel like this is a very comfort draft for them, and it's now or never. It's 2-0 already.
It's 2-0 already, and if FNOP gets this one, they're going to be facing championship point ahead of them in this best-of-7 grand final. Team Liquid ID, the draft is unique. We've seen the picks before, and this Carmilla in the hands of Winnie will have to go ahead and pull something out that we haven't seen just yet. The Curse of Blood can work great in this. Not only that, but also we have to point out the fact that this is a lineup that should extend the team fights in their favor. 2 revitalizes for them, 1 from Witty and 1 from Iran to go that way. And also taking a look at the emblems here, breaking it down, Gideon.
Looking at the emblems, you're seeing a lot of poke, right? 3 impure rages coming all across the board. Oh, Iran, you're in so much trouble.
The Vitalizer already set. Queen Claws brings him back. Kirk rotating over.
Revitalize OP in the chat.
That position for the team around.
Yeah, Revitalize though.
He's going to be able to recover from that just.
It's really kind of strong. Both the Revitalizers were used. Brusco still has his. Here goes the... Okay, Brusco doesn't even use the Revitalize in that situation. Wow. Ui, Super Prince picking up a kill onto Widdy. Sorry, that's not Super Prince. That's King Kong.
First blood. That's not what you want to happen, man. You know, give King Kong the Suyo. He'll make it happen. First blood in his hands. And that's
Lol, Arhan.
going to go ahead and play around those points. If they know that some of the resources are skirmished earlier on, they'll still capitalize it. And every
Kark is doing more damage than Hilda.
I don't know. I actually don't know the perfect.
Yeah, Kark is doing more damage than the Hilda.
That hero actually has, just because how much damage he has in the early game. With
Holy shit, CC.
Forced to actually go for the recall, but generally how I'm seeing this is that TLID need to make sure that they have a tight game, right? Any little mistake that they've made, we've seen Fnatic Onyx PH really blow that over and turn it into a full-on snowball.
Yeah. Let's think about this. This time around, Kelra's not going to have the Bruno. He's got the Harith, a signature pick of his. Hold on. Hold that thought for a second. The fight for the turtle, though.
Fabian securing the turtle. But here comes FNOP looking for revenge. Widdy might be the one to go down first. Never mind. Widdy too tanky. Kark is the one who falls in hands of Fabian. W from TLID.
Fabian is able to find a kill for himself, right? These small moments to pick up these kills, to find that initial gold is going to be great, but this Sangren
Are you doing something in 5 minutes? What do you mean?
Super Prince is on a hero that is very late game centric. You want to go ahead and build up those stacks on the bad impact, and then
Oh, Eransik is still getting the gold crab.
back to it. You know, for Kelra, this Harith works a little bit different. Wow, already Yahezkiel.
Yes, kill.
Go ahead and just wings on out of there, but he's going to be fine. Already early damage potential showing.
Respected. So far, Kirk has been playing a strong game, and Iran does have a bit of a level lead so far, but at the same time, right, we're noticing that it's just about pushing these waves, making sure you have priority, making that very first move. It's just the capitalization.
Damn, bro. Both these teams are going freaking intense over here.
Aran's aggression. Now
VD gone. Yeah, goodbye VD.
on the map. Super Friends with the claw and King Kong with the kill.
Okay, at least it's pretty good. They're trading up, right? We give Witty, we take Kirk.
Okay, Aran cutting the lane. Now Aran can rotate and pressure the Cecilion. Never mind, Cecilion rotating to gold already, so Ceci won't be there. It will be a freaking Gato and the Suyo. Nah, Fabian might die there. Never mind. No, Fabian cannot do shit there. He shouldn't be going on to the CC.
Still running that temporal rain on the Joy here.
They have to really take their time with this.
Brusco getting caught. That's a Gato. He doesn't take much. He also has the Unbreakable. Not only the Unbreakable, the Brusco, he still got the AOG.
As much as Aaron Shiki was able to pick up those double waves, Fnatic Onic capitalized a lot
Okay.
more on Yehezkiel and his positioning, which is something we need to keep in mind, right? If we see Feathered Airstrike, we're expecting GOA to come out pretty fast.
Now the turtle's up, they're gonna fight for the space already. Yehezkiel gets taunted.
That's a lot of damage. Bad impact. Oh, Yehezkiel forced to flicker out to safety. Meanwhile, Aran getting killed.
Hey, VD getting dropped down to so low. And he's gonna get caught by the Sanguine Claws. Oh, here comes VD. But W flicker from Super Friends.
Still able to survive. Brusco in the midst of it all. Getting the kill.
But Fabian is still gonna be picking up the turtle. Here comes the AOG. Huge AOG onto 3-man.
Walrus down.
Oh, Fabian going crazy finally. Will he finally be solo killing King Kong? Never mind.
Is able to walk away from another electrifying beats. At least they're able to breathe for now, but one of the better starts we've seen from TLID.
Yeah, not only that, but all that going again to Fabian here on the Joy. 5-0 now, gets the triple. Not only that, but also got the turtle. Uh-oh.
Dead chat.
Mike is spotted out.
Oh, no, we don't want to watch Merv!
Oh, King Kong survives the outplay from King Kong.
What the fuck happened?
The shutdown. Fabian got taken out.
Fabian got fucked by King Kong. That's what happened.
That's shut down right there.
How? How did it happen?
How?
Fabian, I mean, he's 5-1 now. Broken record at this point of time, but here comes the rest of the team. It's now they're going for a bit of a...
Kelra?
Kelra dealing with a round underneath the turret with the Zaman voice. He's not even worried about it.
He doesn't care about it.
The fuck?
Jumping back and forth.
Aran, no.
Oh, the airstrike into the back.
Aran! Why are you doing a freaking Rezox gameplay there? Aran! No, man.
From the feathered airstrike.
You are not Rezox. Why are you doing a Rezox gameplay over there, Aran?
The circular. I love that. I'm going to steal
like
that.
that.
I like that a lot, as a matter of fact. But at the same time, it's 5-5, and they've evened out that lead. Man, that was such a huge shutdown. The gold now looking real good, but there's permanent damage on the map. Top side missing up and one inhibitor. Sorry, not one inhibitor, a tier 1, but even the bottom side has been traded too. At the same time, King Kong's still leveled down on Fabian.
He's a level down, and they're finding these small wins across the map. And Team Liquid ID is going to have to get in a position to go ahead and capitalize on some of the leads they have. Like you just mentioned, the lead in levels, even for Aaron Shiki, he is a level 10 right now. He's only got the Hunter Strike, still building in. Meanwhile, Kelra, Starlium Scythe, still working on the second item, but now the last turtle for the game is started up by TLID. Let's see if they can get the 3 for 3 here.
They're all going to focus onto Aran. Sanguine Claw, Aran very low for the airstrike to zone him away. Fabian wins out the retreat battle. King Kong taken out by Fabian.
Okay, Fabian got... Okay, Fabian finally taking down King Kong though. Finally!
Don't need any more than this. Let's not overextend, and let's just breathe for a moment.
Can this stupid team TLID finally do something?
But Aaron Shiki is the main win condition.
Bro, Aran needs to be like chilling a little bit. Aran cannot be doing a stupid engage. Oh my god, Super Prince, but he's the one that might get fucked. Never mind. Aaron Shiki, okay, he's gonna survive. W, yes, kill. Here comes Fabian. Oh my god, Gato. Okay.
Fabian is able to put him down as Aran is
Okay, Fabian not gonna die.
Are you gonna do
Oi, oi.
a double
For Kirk.
The timing from the Super Fam comes through again in a fight that you thought was all for TLID, but it wasn't. And now, again, the pendulum swinging in Game 3. They focus on the base the mid turret tier 1.
Under the turret going in for the airstrike, and Kirk shall be shut down by Aaron Shiki.
That's 280 gold into the pockets of TLID. At least they find something back. 9-9. They're keeping it a very tight series here, but with 3 turtles on their side and 1 turret, we're looking for some permanent damage from specifically Fnatic Onic PH, because now you realize that it's all about waiting for that Cursed Blood to come out and then maybe looking to, you know, overstep a little bit to get TLID to come out of their comfort zone.
The most difficult thing here for Fnatic on a PH is obviously dealing with where Fabian is. Most of the time, because of how far ahead he is in terms of damage potential on the Joy, they got to keep an eye on the back line, and Kirk's been doing a fantastic job. I mean, he is tanky enough to go ahead and jump in around whether he has the Vengeance or not. And that's kind of a mirrored approach where your back line is both exposed on both lineups if you're not careful here. So they check things out in the mid lane. The Lord is up, and Kirk's going to be the one to go ahead and get in position. Now still, it's relatively even across the board that Tier 1 gets pushed in by the minion wave at bot as they get in position for the Lord.
I just love the fact that they're forcing respect out of them, right? Even on the bottom side, from FNOP, they're not spreading out anymore. They got to stay together.
Okay, so Melfic Roar already picked up by Aaron Shiki too, so that should be the power spike, 3-item power spike. You can see the damage, the poke with the feather airstrike as well. Death Sonata. Kelra is out of the fight just like that. Up top, 1v1, Flavor Fave, the usurper in a 1v1 against Kirk. I want to go solo kill you, but it's not King Kong, it's Kirk.
Yep, it's Kirk for now, but it's not over just yet, right? 4 ultimates to 3 ultimates. The ult economy is looking pretty good for Fnatic Onic at this point of time, and this is the very first Lord. If they're looking for that big swing, Fnatic Onic need to win this out.
They'll just delay it a little bit longer. Team Liquid ID still having the revitalizers too. One was just used by Witty, still have the one for Aran. They'll give the go signal though on the Lord. They're gonna zone out FNOP.
Aran jumping in, oh, it's gonna stun this while Fabian claims it, and Kelra disappears. Aaron Shiki gets him down with the Death Sonata.
Where did he go? Where did he go? Just a couple of shots and he disappears into thin air. Unfortunately, he's not able to build up enough shields. The raw damage from Aaron Shiki is just too much for now.
It's too much for now, and this is the game that Aaron Shiki and the rest of Team Liquid ID needed. They get themselves another major objective, and now trying to work down some of the turrets they still have left to approach the base of FNOP, but Aaron Shiki, just go ahead, post up, take down that tier 2.
Okay, TLID finally building up a good ammo. Oh my god, the CC damage, but CC is the one that's gonna get punished.
The rest of the cavalry who just pounce on him.
Kirk, he's got to calm down
here. Okay, they are getting pumped. The team TLID, they are getting pumped.
And this is off of a Lord push.
Lord push right now.
Here comes the engagement onto Brusco, but that's the Gatot Kaka. He can take so much. This is looking good for the side of TLID finally. This Lord, it's not gonna charge. Lord is gonna get taken care of, but there is the tower passive that is gonna be proccing. Holy defense.
At least they can, you know, take their time and rethink their strategies. Because
Okay.
the hardest part is
Really picking up what? The Twilight. Twilight. Twilight is good versus Harry too, no?
Oh, feather airstrike on the Super Prince leads like ignition and the glowing one.
Super Prince surviving by a literal whisker. Okay, W defense from the side of FNOP.
That is it, but man, the kill threat.
He was hurting. He was hurting a lot. That was glowing wand on top of the... Oh my, it could have gone bad. Super Prince luckily pops his ult in time and conveniently has minions down by the bot side of the map.
Could have been real bad.
It could have been real bad. Even running with that. Again, all Super Prince wants to
Super Prince is using a no skill, sorry, not no skill, no skin Cecilion.
Wishing Lantern now. You can see it there. 216 stacks for the Sicilian. So the later the game gets dragged on, then Super Prince becomes pretty devastating in terms of damage. But you saw it too. The stacks for Aaron Shiki, he deleted Kelra earlier on.
Yeah, I mean, he's 695. He's about
Yeah, they finally realized that giving Kelra the Bruno, it isn't a smart idea. Finally, took them long enough.
I do like the way that TLID is adjusted.
You can see the purchase for Witty.
Bro, they still have got that Gatot though. Brusco, he's playing the freaking Gatot Kaka for the 3rd time in a row. They can still change the freaking entirety of the look of this 3rd game. That's a W pickup. That's a pretty big pickup. The genius one, not the genius one. The Divine Glaive onto the hands of Yaskiel. Okay, W team fight. Finally, TLID, they're gonna be able to claim a point. Oh. Did they overdo it? Probably not. That's only Karp that's surviving. This is game over. 1-1. Sorry, 2-1. 2-1, yeah.
But they're gonna have to make this work. Only Kirk left.
You know, Karp cannot do anything there. Karp, like, CC can't even like target the minions with any skill. So that's GG's.
Ooh, they breathe life into another game, extending the series. They're not gonna let FNOP get to match point just yet. Not without at least one Stampede down.
They came through as a Stampede in Game 3. We talked about the adjustments leading in this one, and it was apparent here from start to finish. They showed that they have fight in them right here for this series.
And you can see how the Carmilla was a comfort for Witty the Wise.
Yep. It was a great pick, unique draft once again. We're gonna have to go ahead and throw it over to the panel to break down game number 3 and see what they thought about this result.
TLID was able to take down Fnatic Onyx Philippines in game number 3. The question is it an outplay or a mistake? Trax, what do you think?
I mean, TLID, I think they were able to execute some things there. They were on fire, and FNOP, honestly, a little bit on the fritz there, man. Had a little bit of a glitch in draft, at least in my opinion. And then even in some of the gameplay, we saw Kelra get caught. TLID had the advantage from draft on, and this time they executed it very well.
I think the word you're looking for is a little too playful. We've seen Fnatic Onyx go through these episodes. One to point out is against Falcon Esports. They picked out a double dive lineup, put a Yuzhong in the EXP. In that same series, they put a Uranus.
Oh, hello, Hex.
And that was against Liquid ID.
Welcome to the stream, man.
Anyway, we've seen it happen a few times from them.
Yeah, so it seems like for the sake of shaking it up, Fnatic Onyx, we're only speculating, decided to first phase draft the Harith and then open up the Granger, give it over to Aaron Shiki, and then close up with a little more conservative Sicilian and CC, which again allowed for Liquid ID to come in and read that game from game 2 and then take over. Weezy, how do you read this?
It's the Onyx special. That's what it kind of appears to be, right? When they are ahead, they tend to kind of do these things. They draft a little bit more interesting. Something I can't predict. I would say the X Factor effect, and the X Factor is high risk, high reward, and this way, in this game was not their reward. So I think in the next one, the draft was what made the difference.
I'm in the thick of it. What? What? That's sus.
So this time, it's the draft. We can say that for sure.
So, Trax, do you think that maybe for the sake of winning the World Championship, should Onyx make it simple?
Yes, I mean, I think this was when we first started the night and we talked about win cons for TLID. It was take advantage of these playful moments, take advantage of these glitches in the system, and then build momentum off of it. So Fnatic Onyx, they have two choices. They keep on messing around and they let TLID catch up, and then it's...
And they keep the momentum going. Finally, this time they didn't lose in the drafting phase and they won a game. Can they somehow keep the momentum going? Or like this time, they will be giving up the Granger. They surely didn't give up the Bruno this time, okay? Now the Bruno, it's not gonna be open for a single time anymore.
And then you have the Sicilian, the late game special, but I mean, this is a 13-minute game.
Now the question is, will the Granger be given over to Kelra?
Wasn't even bad. Like I think,
And will they like be getting clapped? Kelra could not do anything much on that Harry.
where it really fell off was
Yeah, Kelra 2 for 2. Like this is why Harry, so you do not see much of Harry these days.
to try and buy time and space on the map so that the rest
What do you mean lucky bastards? It's not luck. If you know the game, if you can draft good, you are gonna win. Do not give the Bruno, and this is what happens. Gold standard Kelra 2 for 2 onto Harry.
I don't think Super Friends want.
Now the question is, like, will the Granger be given over to Kelra?
They're not very high for like.
Can they somehow?
Yeah, there's also this, you know, with Kirk, what we just saw from
Yeah.
he's very late to...
Can they somehow deny Kelra from getting a good hero? Can they do it?
Because you have Aaron Shiki,
You guys can obviously see how TLID won this game. Kelra, 2 games MVP back to back. This game, Kelra, he's gonna be like, he's gonna be silver for sure.
Yeah, and speaking of Aran, I mean,
Killra doesn't have much impact this game.
dominating TLID with
Look at Aaron Siki sitting at a perfect 407. Yeah, look at Killra's damage dealt and look at Aaron Siki's damage dealt. This is how they won the game, and this is how they lost the previous 2 games, given up the Bruno to the gold standard of Philippines.
Not very much. If anything, Brusco dealt more. You look at that number. Talking about Keller here, he is a short to mid-range mage. He likes
The analysts, they're also talking about it. Lucky, I think someone else would have been better than Suyo. Bro, Suyo isn't the problem. What do you mean? Suyo is definitely one of the top 3 jungle in the game right now.
I think Fnatic Onyx
It is the gold lane. It is the gold lane, bro.
and fix this game 4 draft. Like
Gold lane is the thing that is gonna be winning you the game.
That's how they drop this game.
Yeah, when we're at this peak of, when we're at the grand finals, and I think many grand finals before this, so many things comes out to 1 or 2 picks in a draft. So many things comes down to these coaches and what they give their teams. And TLID kind of risked it there, right? They go for the Joy first pick. They risk giving over the Granger, but in the end, we have our MVP.
Yep, the usurper Fabian here using the Joy when he has the space to do it. Oh my God, he will take the chance and he will do it. Honestly,
Damn, Fabian.
Here, there's a lot of opportunity
Suyo is May.
to make sure that Fabian really
Probably you cannot play Suyo.
And I feel like that's the secret recipe here, where they have Aran as well as a Witty.
I mean, when you do not have a good marksman, the game is hard, bro. I know.
Wait for the right opportunity to use that cursed blood.
Suyo is definitely top 3 jungle right now. What you mean, bro? It's Fanny Suyo.
Really too much punish on the Joy pickup, right? I mean, it looked like for the side of Fnatic Onyx, they're trying a little bit of an experiment.
Joy is the third.
Way around it without having to go with the traditional counter-engage Fredrin or a Belleric to go up against it, and it just doesn't work out. I feel like at this point in M6, you have to.
Yeah, his second skill doesn't even have a stun.
So, taking a look at some of these highlights, Fabian, clean game in the beginning. Even playing a little bit risky in this first fight. Maybe he decides to come back in, but he knows his team's there, picks up the extra kill, and we get to a point where Fabian...
Let me go and clean my nose.
He goes from Starling Scythe straight into Holy Crystal, and that's when we know, I think, there was a point where he died, and I'm looking at Leo and he's 7-2, and I'm like, at this point, even if he dies 3 more times, he's still going to be able to 1v1 just about anyone on the map.
Yep, just second in the gold rankings towards Aaron Shiki. He's farming heroes. Homie had 9 kills, and he could have had 10. He could have had 10. He almost got the solo kill onto King Kong, but that's when that whole little instant replay situation happened. But just the same, you know that Fabian will not let you forget that almost happened. He still performed way better after.
Yeah, dropping the beat of the flash on Fnatic Onyx with that flashy pickup of the Joy, the deciding factor to help TLID push on forward and still remain in this series, not facing a 3-0 deficit, but a 2-1.
Yeah, so right now it's definitely not going to be a clean sweep. So far, again, we've seen either 4 O's, 4 trees. This time, we got to see. If we're following the trend, it does seem like we're going to go all 7 games. But do you guys feel we'll even go that far?
So are you saying there's just no other way? Like, because
there's no other way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is either 4-0 or 4-3.
Personally, I don't think it will go 7 games.
That's exactly, because it's so clear what happened here with Fnatic Onyx. They were in a dominant position, 1 and 2. They switch it up a little too much, if you ask me, in game number 3. I think if they don't fix it up here in game number 4, then maybe we do follow the pattern and we go all the way. Only if.
Only if next game there's another glitch in the system, there's another quick fritz in the draft, then definitely this whole trend could continue. I think next game's going to be our big decider on when this is all going to end.
Yeah, but that's not a gamble I'm willing to take. I'm not going to go for the experimental draft, especially with all of this on the line in the Oxyot Arena. Grand finals, a chance to be a world champion. That's not a time to experiment. That's where you go straight to the basics and you work with things that have been tested, things that have been proven time and time again.
Okay, the chat, not that.
Probably game 4 onwards is going to be the real FNOP. But before that, we got a quote here coming in from Witty from TLID. Witty Wise. We have to see what he has to say. The title above all. Witty has said, facing SRG was an intense match for us. We have to set aside our egos and personal issues, prioritizing this match above all else. In the past, we didn't play as a team. We focus on our individual games. Against FNOP, we're committed to pushing ourselves to the limit, aiming to bring the championship title back to Indonesia. Very interesting quote here coming in from Weedy.
I mean, you know, I like how he said SRG was an intense match for us because they 3-0 SRG, you know, and they made it look very clean. TLID were so dominant, so definitely a little bit of humbleness there. And now I'm wondering, you know, if they want the championship title, they need to bring out that beast that we saw from them the past couple days.
And every single game so far in this best of 7, 1, 2, and 3, they have put out their best foot. It's not like the draft was bad for TLID in any of those games. It's actually weird that it's Fnatic Onyx that we're actually pointing out that had a weird lineup going into that bout. So I agree. Weedy, just focus on your gameplay. Focus on asking St. DeLucas and FaceHugger for a good draft. And if you get it, just play better than Fnatic Onyx. But going into Game 4, I think things are going to change.
And I do agree with the point when he said going up against SRG, they had to play more as a team and not their own individual games like they have in the past, right? Especially when we've seen the match against SRG, they had a lot of synergy. They had a lot of diving potential as a unit, that hive mentality, which was helping them overcome a lot of their competition, and that really put a pedestal up for the side of TLID to be able to step on. And they were able to step on it and they learned from the experience, but now it's using that experience and translating it into this game. Now, they got a match off Fnatic Onyx. Can they ride that momentum?
We'll have to see. A couple minutes till draft. You know, TLID, I think when I want to talk about how they come into this match, right? They just came off of a big swing. You know, do they still come in with the same idea? Do they feel the way that we feel, that maybe, you know, FNOP messed up in draft? You know, like, it's kind of...
That's out of your control. As a competitor, as an athlete, if you know in yourself that...
Bro, where did the magic wheel go?
...did a certain few things wrong before the match even started, how do you deal with that? It's irreplicable. You can't go like, all right, I hope they do that again. I hope they pick the Harith early again.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't even look at that game. I would look at the game before, where the mistakes actually happened, when it was an even playing field, where it was a more even draft, because I don't expect... You said lightning struck twice. It's not going to strike twice again, right? There's a reason you said that, and I feel like stepping into the next draft, it should be a little bit harder of a challenge for TLID. So I think looking...
They are talking about getting struck by like lightning striking twice. If I am so unlucky, lightning will be striking me 3 times. I will not be dying. My suffering won't be ending. Even after the second time, it will be freaking hitting me 3 times. Then I'll probably like die. I don't know.
In terms of the mid-tree of aggression, it does seem like Onyx is a little bit more compared to TLID.
All right, if there's anything to take away from this, it's not what's on screen. It's something that isn't. The fact that Aran took so much damage in game number 3 to help spread it out between him and Weedy might be a key to victory for Team Liquid ID. If this, what is this? 13,000 that Weedy is taking more from Brusco is spread out between him and Aran, maybe they can take more fights wherein it's not a 4v5, a 3v5. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Liquid ID can keep the numbers game fair.
By the way, guys, do you guys hear what the analysts are talking about, man? They're talking about playing as an EXP laner and not be a dog shit and taking damage for your team. Like, probably consider not playing a stupid Cho freaking full damage EXP, Azilong EXP, Argas EXP, those kind of horseshit picks. Probably not. XP's role is to take damage for your team.
Able to disperse some of that damage,
which is weird because Fnatic Onyx
it's so important
at this scrambled style of team fighting. That's where Brusco can get away, heal up for like 2 seconds, come back, punch someone in the face, and then be part of the fight all over again. How do they hit this balance? How do they make that happen over and over again? Besides, again, besides a weird draft, again, secrets up to them. It's up to Coach St. DeLucas and FaceHugger to remind them how to get that.
Yeah, you got to out-bruise the bruiser. I think that's one of the keys to victory for the side of TLID. I mean, we see him on the Gatot. We see him with these initiations. Majority of these games, if I'm not mistaken, were they all Gatot games from Brusco so far?
Yes.
They were.
3 games in a row.
3 games in a row. See, and that's a key to victory right there. Just finding a way to shut him down, maybe forcing him on something else so he can't create such an opportunity.
And now we're jumping into the draft of game number 4 here. TLID I agree with you, gentlemen.
Okay, there goes the Zushin. No surprises there.
It's going to be pretty hard for TLID. They were able to clutch it out when Aran as well as Weedy takes the damage by 50-50 here, but this time, unfortunately, the Hilda has been banned off Fnatic.
And Eve is also gone. Alongside Cho, Hilda, and yeah, Fanny. Bruno or... Yeah, Bruno gone. So this is like where the Granger is gonna be given into the hands of this Kelra.
Obviously don't want a Granger up front. They're willing
No, they're taking the Joy.
They go for the Joy this time. TLID, you're in the same position. You don't make the Harith mistake, I think, here. I think you take Granger.
Yeah, Granger.
Granger whatever. Granger Hylos, Granger Cho. I mean,
Cho is gone.
Suyo. I think, once again, personally...
I don't think they should be looking to pick up Suyo. Do not go for the Suyo. Leave the jungle up for last. Pick up the Granger and the Hylos.
I'm taking the Gatot. You gotta
Yeah. Gatot is pretty good. Granger and Gatot.
Especially, I mean, they're giving respect.
Not the Suyo. Suyo was... Oh no!
But they're gonna go in for that Suyo in...
Okay. Third pick there. I think... No! They give up the Granger!
We did say...
They give up the Granger, bro. They give up the Granger. L drafting.
Stoppage, though, which means maybe going for something like that Belleric could be the case here.
Khalid it's alright. Khalid, that is Brusco Khalid. More than likely, it's gonna be Khalid Rome into the hands of Brusco. Brusco is the only guy that wins with Khalid Rome. Bro, not the Granger being given to Kelra. They fucking made that mistake.
I think that's the choice for them on number 3 here.
Here's the thing. The Granger is good, but Kelra can make a Moskov work, a Beatrix work.
Oh, Moscow, huh?
That's just
I'm not...
another story. So I'm guessing...
Oh, Valentina.
They close in on that mid
So
lane.
Granger is still open. They can pick up the Granger here.
Diversion, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah. Granger is still open.
I mean, and you get Brusco still onto something comfortable here. Instead of the Gatot, you get something a little more aggressive, a little more backline diving.
Yeah, and this should open up the Granger.
They went for the Valentina to like copy the teleportation, the diversion play from
Now the Valentina
Yeskill.
has been grabbed up from FNOP. It's the first Valentina we've
It's gonna be Granger, right?
Series, and with that Valentina, you're gonna have that diversion play, which means both teams will be able to teleport across the map.
Chip.
Oh, and the chip for the shortcuts.
Now it's a party.
Oh yeah, so right now TLID
Okay, interesting.
a little bit more macro here. They got both the Louis as well as the Chip, so a lot of movements around the map. Not all they really
Oh, 1-1 getting banned.
go through the teleports.
They are folding the map in half twice.
They picked up their own jungle. Oh, both the teams have jungle.
Not even with the diversion intact, like he can just scout out, come back via the Y walk, and suddenly
They're banning the Harris.
that Liquid ID can do on the map. They just need the right pieces. Still do not have the solid peel we're looking
How
for.
are these coaches drafting, man?
In both teams' hands. They're both taking him out though. 1-1 out and Harith out. Granger still at large. Beatrix still out there. Moskov as well. So TLID, after all the bans, they have first dibs.
Yeah, I think depending on how many more gold laners get...
Will they be banning this like Carmilla out?
Gets that first pick snapback here on second phase. So
Guys, Gatot is still open, okay?
they go into this gold lane and what they leave open for themselves here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see which way this plays out. I'm honestly a little surprised about the chip. You already had the element of surprise with the Lu Yi, and I don't even think that FNOP would have even banned that out. Maybe it was to stop them from getting the chip
Erythrill getting banned.
possible answer. But nonetheless,
They
have the great
So I think they're looking for a first pick Granger. TLID, they're looking for a first pick second phase Granger.
It's really going to just boil down to the micro on who can scale.
But then Gato is still open. And if this side of FNOP, they do not ban the Gato themselves, they can pick up the Gato again. Okay, they're banning the Moscow.
Struggling in the last match.
This is Granger, no?
So, alright. Again, Granger probably gets picked up here by TLID.
No, it's Claude.
Where are these teams going?
Yeah, where the fuck are these teams going?
Nothing really tanky on the side of FNOP. I mean, of course, there's gonna be. Claude, though, I mean, it's quick movement, it's quick pace. You have Lu Yi, you have Chip, you have Claude.
Does an old favorite like Arlott come through?
This is a game of chess.
Dudes coming through the...
This is a big game of chess.
TLID needs some kind of tank here because Chip ain't that tanky anymore.
Yeah, Chip here really isn't that good.
It's going to be challenging. Looking at the options on the board still, the high-lows is still...
Primal Lightning.
We are going to see the Edith pick up alongside the Beatrix.
Okay, so... Finally, Granger? They didn't give a fucking shit about the Granger, both the teams. Now it doesn't even matter, man. 10th pick Granger, I mean... Oh, it's not, it cannot be the Granger, my bad. They already picked up Claude. What is missing? Their EXP then is missing. Hylos is still open. Gato is still open, Hylos is still open. Hylos or Gato? I think Hylos.
Shortcut and then just drop
yeah, that's the Phobius available too. They're gonna go for the Fredrin, the answer to the joy, but
what the fuck am I watching?
They're pulling a team spirit.
So it's
the fuck am I watching?
But a game late and the other team.
I mean, because we've seen it before, so it's not all that crazy. But now, we'll see how TLID uses this draft against Fnatic Onyx Philippines, which arguably they got all the favorites on each hand. And with that, we're throwing it over to the casters.
Very interesting draft. We already know what party it's about to be here for this one from TLID. But interesting. I mean, even with that Fredrin last pick, what do you guys feel like?
I don't know. I feel like the Fredrin, I guess it's a little interesting, right? You're still
What the fuck am I watching, man?
down and try and keep
W player.
from the beginning.
Hey,
Who the fuck?
as goofy as
Me.
when I saw it first at MPL.
Go and play ranks versus Nabs, bro. What are you doing here?
I'm here for nothing, man.
Trust is in the right place because one thing's for
Shouldn't you be clapping Nabs and rank?
Lol.
unique combinations of heroes and picks.
I don't know,
They do
man.
it for game number 4 here at
Who the freak plays rank on M6 for grand finals going on?
the other side
What
here.
now? I'm मुझे सामने
for
चल
Fnatic Onyx Philippines. They're more so, you know, leaning
I
on
mean,
some
I'm doing
comfort.
simultaneously.
Like I said, on the Khalid has had great performances, and you take away.
Did you see the draft? Do you like this game and this coaches and this freaking teams?
But at least now
কিন্তু আমার কথা হচ্ছে এসআরজি কেন এলো না?
Because the motherfuckers didn't win. They were probably playing rank when M6 was going on.
না কালকে তো জিতলো না 3-0
Yeah, they were playing ranks in the second game. They were so close, but they couldn't win.
আমাদের বড় ফুস
Wait, what? So you got fucked? Oh yeah, so you got fucked. I told bro, like these coaches, they probably need a better analyst by their side, man.
ওদের দরকার হচ্ছে আমাকে
To play ranks?
Interesting to see how he plays it because also
Nah, man. You know Granger was still open. Why the fuck are you changing a thing that is not broken? At least that's so you're gonna make a comeback onto Brusco. Khalid isn't that. In Khalid Rome, I can see the potential in it, but not that reliable.
That space, right? Every single time he tries to forcefully push out those waves, he's going to have to pay the tax.
And this is why having that Louis Yi.
They gave up the Joy, no? Okay, yeah. King Kong is playing Joy.
It's just the reactions that you're using and not the diversion, so to speak. It's a big threat, but the fight for this turtle's already going to break out here.
Okay, Aran almost fully stacked, goes in, but King Kong's there.
Oh, Aran. Yeah, Aran gonna. Motherfuckers. You know what was open, man? Gatot Kaka was open.
Doesn't escape from the primal wrath of Kirk.
Why would
Gatot Kaka was open.
they didn't even hit their level 4s on time, right? I think that Iran, yes, at the very least, you are.
At least we get to see a kill. I mean, Beatrix.
And you're going to get bursted down by a majority of these heroes until later on into the game. But let's
Okay, that's the fight of the like prime skins on the gold lane.
I just don't see the angle.
And that's why FNOP punished them when they had that angle available to them too. Witty's still not level 4, will take quite a bit of poke damage down. He's going to back off here, but this
Mofo is actually playing rank.
King Kong do this all the time when he picks up the Joy.
Yeah, I told
to
so.
jungle this
I'm doing it
and he's
simultaneously.
already got a gap between him and Fabian.
GG. Oh, W flicker.
Flicker out. Fabian will take it so that he can go to the XP crab.
Yep, real fast on him. He wants to catch up as much as possible here. But great reaction time coming here from Kirk, right? At least he was able to move out of the way and not give a free kill over. Because so far...
Okay, Vidi.
God, damage a bit too much to handle.
Vidi gone.
Beats onto Yehezkiel, and reaction kick got very low, still able to escape.
Mm.
And man, up top, it's a blazing duet from Aaron.
Holy, look at that skin effect.
Oh,
The freak.
Outplayed. Talk about an
IMU
to find the solo onto Yehezkiel. Nowhere safe.
IMU is what they
Oh, Kelra.
Now a lot of the pressure there on the top side, and you would think, with the lineup team.
This games, this plays, bro. It's an L, man. Drafting the freaking lose. Cheap is a loser. Cheap is an absolute loser.
Yeah, and they're doing a phenomenal job so far. 3K lead.
What are these Indian teams, man? Why the fuck are they drafting cheap?
Maybe a Molten, but until then, we'll basically be seeing Fnatic.
Hilda also by itself doesn't win many games.
Interesting because you're expecting TLID.
But Hilda is like so good though. It can soak up so much damage. And soaking up that much fucking damage, it can never be bad.
To the battle lines.
Again, part of this.
Oh my god, bro! Nothing is happening from that garbage chip pick, bro.
So he's like, you know what? Shortcut came through. They're on that side of the map. We'll go and make our way to the turtle and start this up.
Nothing gonna happen from chip, guys.
Not sure if there's gonna be any contest, so it looks like TLID.
Yeah, they can't even contest because they have the chip and Red Rain. Red Rain EXP against Edith. Edith is just gonna freaking like shred the Red Rain.
No resources, so therefore we don't need everybody around the turtle.
Oh
Are you
my.
fucking live?
I have been live for a night.
Night? What the fuck?
King Kong comes to his safety and gets the kill.
Can we just say, Kirk on this Edith, a signature pick.
Doing a watch party just by myself.
Jungle.
King Kong, let's find beats. Reaction.
King Kong? King Kong? He almost got fucked by King Kong. I mean Fabian almost got around Siki. Kelra. Pick more of the chip. Pick more of the freaking garbage chip, bro. 0-3-0. Chip. Chip. Cheap has been garbage for the last two patches, not the current patch. He has been bad even before the last nerf.
He's really pressing his lead.
He's has a massive lead.
The teams that were winning with the cheap, they needed to realize that they were winning versus nap teams. Cheap was not good even last patch.
Bottom to the jungle and then the top.
Cheap was good when the cheap was first released.
And try to find these moments where they can actually keep things from getting.
Cheap was only good when the cheap was first released.
Tier 1 bottom lane, they all rotate.
Then actually, Chip, the next patch, Chip got a buff, by the way. Chip's passive was buffed. Chip was pretty good when the Chip was first time drop. Then he got a buff.
Objectives at least at the start, and they have failed to do that.
বোকাচোদা এমএম মারা দুর ম্যাচ সেন্স নেই বলছি ইনিশিয়েটিভ তবু মারা গান মারাতে
Bro is playing freaking rank. Damn.
He's chugging down Brusco, but it's not over yet as the front line is in trouble.
Quick sand guard. Oh, King.
Nah, man. Kerala is just like getting free gold at this point. Goodbye, Aaron Siki. He's dead.
Try to sandwich him down. The BMI.
Yep.
They
Kelra's positioning, Kelra's map sense, Kelra's game sense, it's too good. And the only reason why like TLID they won the last game, guys, I told you guys, because Aaron Siki had a valid hero in face of Granger, and they gave up the freaking stupid Hadith, which Hadith is me these days. It isn't as bad as the chip though. People only win versus nap teams. You guys are playing versus FNOP. It's not BTK you guys are versus.
So convincing from Fnatic's side. And I gotta give it to Kirk. He's doing a great job, but at the same time...
No, actually BTK are playing good. BTK is so disappointing, man. How they lost, man. I'm so bummed. I'm so fucking bummed. I was cheering for BTK, man.
It's not something you so much think about. He also loves to play with the Warcry emblem.
The problem comes down to like their jungler, it doesn't play the assassins. It's so hard to draft in that thing. Okay.
Kirk's initiations with a flicker
Okay.
onward and Earth Shatter. But look at this, focus now on this side of the map. They want to take down that tier 2 if they can. TLID knows this. They'll rotate and try to keep things under control. But again, keep an eye on Brusco. Doesn't have the flicker though, but King Kong.
Oh, he's gonna go. Oh my goodness, apathy from Kelra. Almost taking Yezgiel down. Or Shadow Raging Sandstorm as well. Revitalize to keep him at bay. Aran still there, super friends. Wow.
Eransiki, guys, fucking stupid drafting from the coach.
Oh my goodness, melted every
Eransiki cannot even like. What was Eransiki hitting with that blazing duet? His own teammates.
On Super Prince and the decisions, and that's
Why draft for the Claude? You can't, like, you didn't even draft for the Claude. You drafted the Claude, but you didn't even draft for the Claude. And here fucking goes the Claude again. You drafted the Claude, then you didn't draft for the Claude. Like, this is a freaking finals drafting we're watching. A finals drafting where your team is already behind. You drafted the Claude and then you didn't even draft for the Claude. You drafted the Claude, then you picked up the freaking stupid a Choco having that thing. Chip. The chip is gonna be chocolate this game.
There's no way you show up for these to contest. Even the diversion.
Chip ain't really good, man. Chip ain't really good.
Back to the base. But it was too late at that point, and now with a massive deficit to work against, and the shields already popped in the mid lane and turret down to the
Oh, not only that, the motherfuckers, yeah, it's basically a chocolate Fredrin as well. Instead of going for Hylos or Gatot Kaka, they went for the chocolate Fredrin.
items to even get into your second item spike. And unfortunately, an enchanted talisman.
What is this drafting? The coach be like, yeah, if not, I'm gonna be giving them the 3rd point.
Super ahead, you go for Heptaseas, and that's what Kelra is doing right now. Another random shot, Raging Sandstorm backwards, but it's all just to get space for Kelra, to get the base turrets.
They got the base turret.
Game is crazy. If you lose in the draft, man, there's no saving you. They picked up the Suyu, then they didn't even. Fuck me.
The gun in the gold lane, and now it's Brusco diving in.
Yeah, 3-1.
He made the standard strong. He's ending
3-1.
this game. Keep your prayers up. Start praying to him if you're a marksman. A gold lane god. Kelra.
You know what?
What a shot.
What a shot. What a.
The coach might be a ranked player in times of MC. I mean, sorry. He might. He probably like drafted when playing a ranked game by himself.
I've never seen such a dominating performance.
Why are you guys doing this, man? Coach, why did you draft like that?
Pray to who, and the god in the gold lane is playing in the MLBP Lanadon.
God of the gold lane.
You have to respect the game. You have to respect this amazing fucking gold standard Kelra. You have to respect this team that is tournament favorites. You cannot be freaking drafting like that, man. Cheap, Claude.
They got their best heroes.
Cheap, Claude, and Fredrin. Pure.
They know what to do with this. The Edith, like even the Beatrix. You saw that final shot.
They played their best MLBB, and I think
lose already, bro. Lose already. And watch the final game of the series at least.
They have overthought and overloaded on utility. Our casters were doing their best to call all of these shots from different angles of the shortcut, the diversion, even Aran coming through. And
Leo, though.
LaFell saw this from a mile away. Hell, I'll tell you now, maybe even a light year away, but I think it came out at the wrong time. That Fredrin trying to, what is it, still counter the joy?
No, bro, it's a chocolate Fredrin and a chocolate
I think the idea was
chip.
there on paper, right? But I love it.
Why draft like that?
I think it was a little too much, too big brain, too trying a little bit too hard when once again you could have just kept it steady, kept it simple, because Fnatic Onic was the one who had to recover from the previous draft.
Yeah, and they didn't go experimental this time. They went back to their roots, back to the basics, and it definitely makes a difference in the game from what you've seen.
Bro, like, what you mean by experimental? What you mean by experimental, bro? What you mean by experimental? A freaking guy who never made it to Mythic Immortal can fucking tell that draft was garbage. I have never been to like, what is my highest star in game? 51. 51. Even I could fucking tell that draft was garbage.
One of the things that we have to say TLID.
What you mean experimental? What are you experimenting for? Everybody knows that it's not gonna work out. Like the enemies, they aren't like epicals. You guys aren't going versus some teams like who loves to throw like famous.
Because TLID, get them before, it was 10 minutes and 34 seconds. Before this,
They literally like drafted as they were playing a wild card match or something.
in terms of the domination, that was the fastest game so far.
9 seconds is the difference between these two records. And what are
Okay, this is a dead VC. I'm just talking to myself, I guess. W.
did this
Why do I even?
Matrix do more than
I don't know, man. This game.
redeemed himself, picked up his signature hero, and I don't know.
I'm gonna be becoming a Ludo streamer at this point. GG's.
By the end, he was one-shotting.
Everybody's just playing ranked.
Just a monster overall.
Damn.
Yeah, just
Damn.
a dominating performance, right? And that's not just any game. They're sitting at match point now.
Oh yeah, match point, 1 win away from being a world champion.
Wow.
Yeah, we gotta look back into the game. We gotta look at the draft here. We're gonna look at the itemization for the both, and then we're gonna see, did they really think this? Because again, looking into the draft, one of the question marks was that the Granger was not present. But I gotta ask, was the Claw?
Why? What was the draft, bro?
We've seen the Louis Claw interaction where you're
Fredrin and Chip, they're both chocolate. Not only they are the ones that got chocolate, I'm pretty sure Claw probably got a chocolate as well because of them.
actually bouncing back on this idea that they did pick the Granger.
What was this from coach? What is the coach's name from TLID? Was he like trying to?
Where's the damage coming in, right? You went for this tanky.
I forgot the word.
You go for the Claw to super shred in late game, and
Was he trying to simulate my life? Like Aaron Sick is me, and then he's like giving his solo queue teammates here. What was he trying to do?
we're not going to give you a
Drafted the Claude and gave the Claude absolutely nothing to play with.
by the end of that game.
Only one death, by the way. Onyx only had only one casualty.
On Brusco.
21-1.
In the early game.
In the early game. Like, that's insane. But
Yeah, this was like literally the coach be like, I'm gonna be doing a simulation of Champ's life.
I don't know, look
Aaron Sick, yeah, are you ready to get nicked?
Yeah, not a lot of damage, and it's interesting. When I see a Liu Yi pick up, when I see a Chip pick up, there's two ways you can play this, right? You can be proactive, you can go in and try and get these initial setups, you can be the first one to get there, or you can be reactive and wait for the other team. And right now, Fnatic Onyx, their foot's the one on the gas.
Bro, the Luoi and the Chip pickup, it doesn't work. It doesn't really work.
So TLID were lost in their
It won't work versus good teams. The Chip won't work. Chip is not good.
over and over and over again.
Chip is a really shitty tank. You know a better tank than Chip right now, bro. Franco, Rafaela is even better than Chip.
There is burst on
Chip is literally garbage.
to get those duality stacks on. But that aside, Fabian needs some good setup to be able to finish.
Chip won't work, man. Chip won't work.
There's nothing that they're doing in FNOP. It makes sense why they only got 1 kill.
From your points, I'm hearing one thing. A, B, C needs to happen, and then the damage comes in. That's where the D comes from. But is that really what you want? Do you want a draft where you have to set everything up just to have that one big moment?
Not against a team like Fnatic Onyx. They are a team known to play lightning rounds. Hell, they set another record here.
Yeah.
Lightning struck 3 times, bro.
It was just a little spaced out, but still FNOP back in gear. You know, Team Liquid ID, they tried to hit the gas. They tried to hit those shortcuts. They tried to find moments where they could catch FNOP off guard, but every time it just kind of fell short.
Looking at the damage numbers makes me feel a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of damage over there. Kelra spearheading the way on this.
Of course, bro. Kelra was having a free freaking game. You are playing a marksman into an enemy team. The enemy team was like unable to do anything. You are not gonna be losing the lane against a freaking Claude when you are playing Beatrix. You got the lane matchup. You are not gonna be winning the lane matchup 1v1, but you are also not gonna. No, you are actually gonna be more likely to win the lane matchup than to lose it against a Claude. Yeah, easily. You already have an advantage there, and then you have an enemy draft which cannot do anything to you. You are gonna be having a free game with the Beatrix, and surely he did have a free game with Beatrix. 8-0 something, or what was Kelra's final score? 10-0.
a good leap forward for Fnatic Onyx Philippines. TLID, they've got to win 3 in a row to turn this back around.
And now we have our
Oh, Super Prince got the MVP. On to Valentina.
Super Prince on that Valentina, even making that crazy play.
Oh, he won 2-14. Yeah.
The energy eruption, catching 3.
Even before that, early game, picks up the diversion, gets to the mid-tower, behind Yehezkill, and gets the solo kill on him. I mean, overall, you said it, we were like, okay, he gets the lead, but now he has the we literally seen it in the first 3 minutes of the game.
He sees those opponents get better, and does it. That red hot play was good, but I think it was just extra layers of flair. Because
Bro didn't even lose yet.
Team Liquid came in with as overly
Bro is having a game longer than TLID had.
for friends to do that.
Yeah, and that's when you see a proactive mage, right? When you're running on this Valentina, you take the diversion from the Lu Yi and you punish.
Bro, why are you not getting the Hanabi out of your system?
And you find the setups. Not only that, but the damage as well. Super Prince was everywhere on this map, rotating around with Fnatic.
What happened to my Discord?
All over every objective.
What is that KDA? 2-0 and 14, 16 out of 21. I reckon that's what, 76, 77% KP. Across the map, he was just, there were just a handful of kills he was not part of.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those final plays here that is just monsters. And it's such a quick switch, too, to catch everybody there. Super Friends is definitely, I mean, everybody is online right now.
Yeah, I guess I will just go and play rank as well. And
Earned an MVP throughout these last few games.
Yeah, definitely another one in the books for Fnatic Onyx, but it's not, it's hard to say. I would say it's not too far out of the ballpark, but it's hard to come back after a 3 or 4-1 deficit, 3-1 deficit. So,
bro, this might be the final picking game of M6. What are you doing?
this game, it wasn't a micro engagement, it was the draft. First, you got to fix that. And then once they fix that problem, you run into the problem you ran into in the first few games, where the micro from Fnatic Onyx was over.
जैसे feed देके तुमको पैसा मिलेगा.
Looking at the previous two games, this feels more of a match between the coaches instead of the players, because the draft is impacting this a little bit more.
Man.
But now we got a clip here that we want to analyze a little bit more in this game, where Super Friends on this Valentina.
Bro playing guitar.
This is a hero that can say, I'm better than you.
What is that Sky Piercer Franco?
Two extra dashes as well as flicker, essentially giving you
No, he made Thunderbird then Sky Piercer.
taking the energy eruption and then looking at the opportunity, he's just waiting in the flanks and then he flickers forward, gets 3. This is the ability of a Valentina where you have the flexibility, you have options. You can be a little bit more aggressive, you can be defensive, but here's the thing, you even have...
Yeah, man, yeah, your Gatot game, the Franco Sky Piercer.
Flicker plus the shadow strikes to be able to get that third skill. Ladies and gentlemen, do note.
I can't really enjoy the game though, bro. Like,
and as soon as I saw him take that,
I know how the top level games looks like, and then play those kind of angles. Can't even win, bro, because of that hard party Hanabi.
Make him stay. We'll kill them all.
Which is insane too, because Valentina's been a hero that is kind of
Did you guys like do that thing though?
Up close and personal. It can be
The rising shit.
But the way that Super Friends is playing that right now, it just fits so well in with the way that FNOP like to play, that aggressive, in-your-face style.
With what? With your...
It's not that big of a range. That's how you deal with Valentina.
Oh, it is actually starting in 20 hours. And I have 0 MS. 0 MS. Oh, I am the server.
So it does feel like this is more about the draft, so this is more of the battle of the coaches.
Yeah, the coach.
I am the server, oh.
To the drawing book and another win in the board for Fnatic, and now
yeah, I am the server. I have 0 MS. Okay, no, never mind. It's 94.
We're in the Oxiata Arena. We're at the grand finals. They have a chance to be a world champion and to have it possibly ripped out of your hands from Fnatic Onyx Philippines. Talk about pressure.
What, blank image?
Yeah, and here's the thing. I feel like a TLID.
Oh, MS. No. It's showing me MS.
When it comes to what they want to prioritize coming into the draft.
Yeah, it is showing me 94 MS, which is not gonna be good for me to play those links and fannies.
Side where she can report to us what's going on down there. So, Eterna, what's going on?
Hey everyone, everyone, it's Eterna, and right now courtside, and it looks like a celebrity is in the audience.
Bro wanna be involved.
It's none other than Faidil Jaidi. Welcome to Malaysia.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh wow, so many fans. You guys know him? Of course.
Alhamdulillah ada yang kenal.
Alhamdulillah. But it looks like we are at championship points right now, so we are one game
Bros
away
are playing
from
ranked.
new world champs. If it goes that way, are you here to support Indonesia?
Ring.
Yes,
Ring.
I came here to M6.
Bros are playing ring.
I want to support Indonesia, Indo Pride.
Indo Pride. Do we agree with that, guys? Indo Pride.
Natalia?
See, I don't know if there's a lot of
Katana?
Indonesians in the building or it's just a serumpun thing. Is it serumpun or is it Indonesia?
What is Atana Karkar?
Wow. All right. So did
Oh,
you
lol, Eterna, lol. Oh my god, bro is simping.
All right. So I've been reading a lot of articles about you.
He always look
I've been
good.
reading a lot of articles about you.
Okay.
And it seems like you've been
What the hell?
involved in the MLBB scene for quite some time, even as a pro player.
Huh. Bro's hitting on Rose. I hope fucking Rose hits you back
Top global Lunox.
and hits you with that small PP.
What else?
Yes, I was Global Aurora, Global Lunox, Carry, and Gushian, but that was a very long time ago.
Is that why you cosplayed Akai? Were you top global Akai too?
Sorry?
Did you cosplay Akai because you were top global Akai as well?
The fuck?
No. My father was cosplay with Gatot Kaca.
Gatot Kaca.
Gatot Kaca.
His father cosplayed at Gadot Kacha.
At home.
At home,
Yes.
you didn't bring him?
Yes.
Did he let you come?
Yes.
Oh, he let you come. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Pamu, thank you so much for letting Faidil come. It's been a blast. It's been
I love
an
you,
honor.
Pa.
Love you too.
What?
Okay. Next question.
What, Eterna? What?
What do you think? I mean, you've had experience as a pro player. You know the game well.
Yep.
Bro is simping on
What
Eterna.
you can do to come back from this?
About that, I cannot say for sure, but I was
GG freaking junk.
I believe that TLID was performing the best, the players, the coach. So we are Indonesia hoping TLID can bring us some comeback moment. Comeback moment.
Comeback moment. How? What do you think?
Maybe, I don't know. We're just hoping because they coming here, it's already make us proud.
No.
And then we're still, everything, no matter what happened, we're still proud of TLID.
I like that. I like that. I think everyone agrees. Wait, is that another celebrity that we see?
Yes, very famous. Very famous.
Very famous? Is she your friend?
Very famous in Indonesia, number one.
Number one?
Number one.
What's her name? What's her name?
Sorry, may I know your name?
Echa.
Oh, Echa. Her
Echa.
name is Echa.
Echa, I heard
Echa,
you have...
where you come from?
From Bekasi.
From Bekasi. Are you here to support Indonesia?
Of course, I'm here to support TLID.
Man, the fans are really in the building. It's great to see all the support here. And last question for you, before we head into maybe a message to your fans, is what is your score prediction for our grand finals?
4-3.
4-3?
For TLID.
Close best of 7 going all the way?
Yep.
All right. It looks like everyone agrees as well. Echa agrees? 4-3? 4-3. Okay. Maybe Faidil Jaidi, you have a message to your fans out there or maybe the MLB community?
Can I say in bahasa?
Of course.
Buat semuanya yang lagi nonton, pokoknya apapun yang terjadi, kita doain buat Indonesia, buat TLID, selalu support.
Yup.
Kita tetap bangga.
At least 3 months.
All right, thank you so much, Fadil. Thank you so much, Echa. Thank you so much to all the fans in the building because we are going to throw it back to the panel. Boys, take it away for championship points.
Thank you very much, Eterna.
Yeah, this is why I really love and respect Chicken though.
Now TLID, they can't drop a single game. They have to be clean. They have to be perfect. And that's going to be very difficult considering they're going up against Fnatic Onyx Philippines.
Hello, Silvana.
There's no more mistakes from here, right? They're back.
Bro, I was just watching, man. cannot project my phone at the same time when I'm like having to project the browser over here. I was watching like Chicken's short interview when he was talking about coach, and he like absolutely made pretty valid points on everything he said.
You're saying Liquid will bounce back.
Are you watching the M6 by the way, Silvana?
The only thing that they can do is tighten up that draft. Don't overthink.
Welcome to the stream, Ank. Welcome.
Win lane to lane and play the best MLBB they played all
Ever.
their whole career,
Whole
life.
Or Fnatic Onyx just drafts like they did in the game they lost.
Which what we already said, we can't count on that, right? TLID's got to go full Ultra Instinct mode right now.
Which it looks like they have. Game 4 they did.
I don't know, TLID.
Yeah.
It's a rough game. That last
Very freaking valid points that Chicken just made.
I think at this point they got to play perfectly, like LaFell said, and that is tough against Fnatic Onyx Philippines, who seem like they are playing perfectly non-stop.
Yeah.
So Hanzo will be meta really soon, right?
Both best of fives.
What's going on, Silvana? What's going on, man? What's going on? I said hello to you back. My mic is open, right, guys? Yeah.
Just in case if you guys missed that matchup, a lot of chaos entered. So let's see who won that one.
They are throwing, man. Team TLID, they're throwing the game right now.
Our voices have finally been heard. We're paving the way for a more
I don't want a disappointing grand final. Like TLID, they got one game, they got a win in the third game, obviously because they won the draft there. Then they got absolutely clapped in the draft in the fourth game once again. Bro, that guy on a freaking ROG phone.
Powerful tank. On the other side, we've got Team Gaming versus Just No Limit. 3-star.
Magic Chess Go. Can I get the app? Let me check. Can I get the app?
Will be eliminated. The captain of Team Magic taken out at 7th place.
2 members of Team Magic are already down. Team Gogo, they are securing that top 4 position.
Yo, who owned the Magic Chess Go by the way? I was actually playing rank when this thing was happening, sadly. Oh, Masha. They got Masha now. And Nathan also. Oh, and we got Nolan in Magic Chess Go. Chiku guys actually own Magic Chess Go. W.
Maybe one day you'll join us in a stage like this as a pro player in MCGG. Thank you for watching and staying with us. My name is Reptar. Good night, everyone. See you next time.
Looks like Chico guys and Dean Gaming was the last 2 players, so shout out to both of them. And if you guys are interested, just to let you guys know, we announced it earlier.
Guys, hold on.
Go looks like they will have a world championship as well. So make sure you guys download it as soon as it's available for your region and test it out. But now we got to focus on this upcoming match because again, Fnatic Onyx Philippines are at match point. And TLID,
all right, man.
Previous game, they drafted a little bit too cautiously, but in terms of how they play, maybe a little bit too aggressively. But the problem is, you want to play aggressive, but you don't have enough damage. So it looks like the identity of the draft was not really replicated in the identity of the gameplay.
Yeah, I feel like you got to find that perfect medium, right? You got to win in the draft. You also got to win in the micro engagement. So
they are taking a long break before the possible final game. I hope Team TLID they do not get. Bro, like, what are you doing, coaching? Like, this was game point that you guys just gave away, man.
They have to both play their role and they have to play it down to a T.
So, let's say the little voice in my head, the member of the cavalry that's in my head is saying, if they some way somehow end up with a perfect draft that, you know, they used somewhere down the line, like against SRG last night, can they do it? Can they take down Fnatic Onyx here and maybe possibly go for the reverse sweep at this point?
I mean, if they can get perfect draft after perfect draft after perfect draft, then yes, I do think it's possible. I don't think it's solely. If it was,
bro, I cannot get Magic Chess Go.
They would have lost that game that they won, right? They would have lost even though FNOP threw draft a little bit. Even though FNOP kind of messed up in draft, FNOP would have been able to win that. And I remember telling myself, if FNOP wins this game right here, they're just built different. TLID doesn't stand a chance. But we have seen TLID at least win something. So we know the possibilities are there. We know there are some answers. But those answers don't come cheap.
You cannot get Magic just go sadly, bro.
In the draft at all.
Yeah, and gotta find that needle in the haystack. Should be the game plan for TLID moving forward. Taking things one game at a time. So yeah, it's gonna be a bargain. It's gonna be a gamble, but it's not impossible. Speaking of impossible, speaking of gambles, on the next chapter of greatness, a quote coming out from Coach Why Not from Fnatic Onyx Philippines. Watching them overcome past hardships and come together from different teams made winning MPL Philippines incredibly heartfelt. Winning M6 would mean even more, not just for us as a team, but for Onyx Philippines as an organization, as it's a title that has long eluded them.
Let me tell y'all real quick before we continue with the code, this is 5 years in the making. They were here in M1, did not even qualify for knockouts. They were
What up, man? This guy, bro's not even talking anymore.
One game away from taking home that trophy.
And looking ahead, these players are still young, full of energy, and have bright futures. M6 might just be the beginning, and that might be even scarier. They're ready for Chapter 2.
All right. Chapter 2, more like a full-on sequel, more like a full-on book, because again, I think it's Onyx time to finish the story. This is a long-term narrative that Coach Why Not is putting a book into. Some old players are actually watching in the crowd right now.
When coaching though, it is also about getting the right kind of team, right? Like when he was saying, when Chicken was saying about like getting a coach, bro, I won't like to be a coach of any team where my jungle doesn't play assassin. Fair enough. It's so hard, man, for a team like that to get a coach. I don't know like what is the issue of Zen not playing assassins. He's not that bad. He got the micros. He can definitely improve on the heroes that he doesn't play. He doesn't have to play the Fanny. Fanny is the hardest assassin to play in game. He plays the Suyu. Yeah, he does play the Suyu. Then again, man, the assassins, they aren't... Okay, yeah, Joy. He doesn't even play the Joy.
Two of this or two of that because they...
I have seen Zen play the Joy before. Why doesn't even like play the Joy? It is only Alpha, Fredrin.
Which is interesting because it's like we're fighting this battle on two different
Cannot be falling onto your comfort that much when you are playing in a top level stage like this. Yeah. Chicken was given the Joy, man. They didn't wanted to give the enemies the Joy, so Chicken was given the Joy. Joy going to the mid lane into the hands of Hoon could have been even better.
So far by a matter of seconds.
And possibly the cleanest run in an M6 winning.
At least they didn't really look that bad this time around, though. No, the last 3 games they lost 3 in a row and they kind of looked bad. But before that, they were really strong.
Past 50 minutes. Like this best of 7 is actually going pretty fast. I mean, like at this point, it's only like what, 7 something. We started roughly 5, so it's only been 2 hours.
So the question is, are our developers happy that this is where these athletes are taking this game? The fact that our mobile MOBA is playing very fast, or are these teams just pushing the limit of what's possible and ending in the most efficient way?
I mean, if they end fast, you can go to the next game faster, so more games can be played. But hold on to that thought. We got an M chat here from Brusco. For you, how does it feel being in the grand finals of your first international tournament? He said, I'm happy. But after reviewing the game and talking to our coach, still not satisfied with my performance. I think I can still give more.
You know what?
What more?
The MLBB universe doesn't understand the genius of Brusco. I think there's so much going on in this young man's mind. When I talked to him the other night, there's so much that he wanted to share, but only so much we can do in 10 minutes. I think if you let that M chat go a little longer, he would have told y'all.
I think we've seen so many different dimensions to Brusco. We've seen the surprise attack bruiser that wants to get in the back line, that doesn't just sit around and let you hit him. And then even in some of these previous games with the Gatot, he can be more of that, I'm just here to absorb damage, I'm just here to distract you. He has several different play styles that we've seen from him throughout the entirety of M6.
Yeah, he's definitely a roamer you can rely on and has been doing great so far in this series. Now, looking at this, technically with TLID at the deficit, if Fnatic Onyx closes this out, They win from the upper bracket, which the last time we saw that upper bracket win was what? M1?
No, every single one has been a lower bracket.
Oh no, upper bracket, right?
Yeah. Every single win so far has been lower bracket teams winning.
Yeah.
Only M1 upper bracket.
But as Leo stated, Philippines are known to break curses. They're known to
Okay, we are finally moving into the draft. I'm looking at Magic Chess Go here.
over and over, man.
And it's all full circle here in the Axiata Arena, moments away from potentially the final game in M6. It's been a journey here, and it's up to TLID to rewrite that story if they want to remain in this series.
A lot on the shoulders of the young Weedy.
I might actually be enjoying Magic Chess Go a lot more than the ML though. The ML I don't have the guys to play with. Like, it's a 5-man game. Anything that is not 5-man, it's basically solo queue.
The potential final game of the day.
Oh yeah. Definitely potential to final game.
Okay, Zushin gone, Manny gone, Suyo.
Looking at the numbers here, 54% win rate for the second.
Okay, Cho is never open in this final. No, one time they picked up a Cho, no? Yeah, one time they got the Cho. I think Cho was open in the first game and was picked up by... Bro, who played the Cho in the first game? I can't remember.
Let that sink in. Because of our Swiss format and the wild card, we played 100 games of MLBB so far. World class.
Talk about records. I feel like every day.
Oh, Alpha.
Started in the knockout phase, and I've been seeing records left and right, and that just shows you.
Alpha and Luo.
Full of surprises.
Strong. Oh.
As we push through this series.
Zushin wasn't banned. Zushin got picked up. So we literally missed the freaking first pick's ban.
And pick up the alpha.
Zushin was the only one that I heard through this drafting screen.
Normally they do it on first pick side. Normally it's, all right, we're going to take out 2 junglers and take what's left.
Gato and Granger.
Hayabusa could come out here though, get to the back line, find this.
No, Hilda and Hayabusa.
Hilda, the Aran special from season 14 MPL ID.
All right, it feels a little good for the
Yeah, man, this draft is so fucking up forward and open. Immediately picking up the Edith.
Even on the Hayabusa, not so much.
Edith can answer the Hilda really good, yeah? Edith can catch the Hilda and constantly CC her. 1, 2, yeah. Then she can just alt back and shred the Edith. I mean, not the Edith. Shred the Hilda.
Guess who gets first pick after?
What's going on though, Wanks? Why is my chat so dead all of a sudden,
If
man?
they even want to.
The god in the gold lane.
They have options still, right? There's possibilities. Now, the alpha pick, King Kong.
Harith. Okay, Harith getting banned.
Probably his best performance out of any other jungler on the alpha. He's won several games on it, some of them being against TLID.
Yeah, I'm wondering if
I need to take a pee before the game starts. I will look for this. Actually, let me go pee real quick.
Both off the table and making more of a challenge in the gold lane could be the plan.
Good keyword, challenge. Because of that Harith ban, a specialty pick for Aaron Shiki. Will TLID entertain this jab from Coach Ryan out of Coach Hayes? Like, so are we taking out gold laners? And it looks like nah, because there's nothing gonna be left for Aaron. TLID taking out Brusco picks. There goes the Tig.
All right, so where do we go from here, right? I think TLID knows that they get first pick on the gold, so they don't want to ban into gold, right? They want to leave something open for themselves here. FNOP, on the other hand, they take out the Harith. We still have Granger possibilities. We still have plenty of options for Kelra.
Let me throw this out there. Even after Liquid ID's last ban, if it's left open, they could pick up a solid Matilda.
And that would definitely be a wise decision, having the mobility and the sustainability in your favor. There goes that Jawhead ban. We've been talking about this Jawhead for a little bit today. Still have yet to see it. It's been such a threat on the isolation plays. Also, this is going to be potentially the first game we may not see Brusco the Bruiser run on the Katat.
Yep, there's the ban. Good read, Steph.
Yeah, definitely not going to allow those comfort picks to slide in. Like you said, little margin for error for the side of TLID. They have to win this draft. They have to get the most optimal composition to not only win in here, but also in the micro engagements in the game.
Rises when I give the word.
Right now looks like FNOP picking up the TLID. Both that as well as the Eve. You got the range. The Eve is already doing well against the Jushin. Adding on to that, the TLID, looking at FNOP, the mid trio here, they're not going to let this Hayabusa farm. I don't see how TLID can move around the map.
I mean, TLID
This might just be the final game.
TLID has overall, they get exactly what I think they want, right? Is one problem. The Alpha does the true damage. Hilda can have a little trouble with that. Last time we saw this Hilda against King Kong's Alpha, they went for this early invasion, which completely backfired on them. So TLID just need to round things out here. Maybe not go for something super tanky like a Hylos, but something maybe more on the fast-moving side.
So they are going to pick up a Granger onto Aaron Shiki. That makes sense. Do we see the Hylos here for Weedy? Nope. It's the good
It's Carmilla again. Okay. So what is gonna be the marksman coming into the hands of Kelra? Beatrix.
His signature pick?
I'm not sure if TLID have enough damage. I'm just putting it out there. I don't think they have enough damage.
Damage profile is
No, it's Eritrea.
burst coming through. Keller's gonna have to close the gap.
Yeah, closing the gap indeed, and the draft has been locked in from both sides. TLID, we talked about it. We said they have little margin for error. Is this the draft that can make the difference for their micro engagements?
Well, if Onyx wins this one, this is the final time the panel will be on screen. So thank you, everyone, but now we're throwing into the casters.
Thank you so much, panel, for breaking it down once again. It's me, Naisu, Gideon, and Mirko to bring you a championship point game right now. Can TLID extend the series? Again, it's a best of 5. They have the chance, a best of 7.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the drafts?
Whatever.
This one's going to be a lot more interesting, right? FNOP have taken a completely separate angle of targeting Fabian, and now the early game as well. The TLID need to snowball off this comp.
There's so much control for FNOP. This looks like a pure neutral objective snowball kind of composition. They're gonna get first one all the way to the third.
Well,
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
FNOP facing
This time though, they didn't really lose out in the draft. At least that's good. I didn't see the EXP then. It's Aran Hilda versus Kark on that Edith, right? It's an equal then matchup. It's Hilda already cutting. Let's go. Hilda already cutting.
game already. Poking happening in the mid lane.
Oh, Yaskiel doesn't have HP. Super Prince, he has to pick her. Nice.
Prince respect instantly as Aran shows himself in that push. Revitalized from Witty.
Yeah, but just as expected here, right? Because Kirk is going for Warcry, doesn't have the concussive blast. He won't be able to push out as quick as Aran, only for the earlier stages of the game. Later on, might be a bit more tough. Let's see how Yeheskill's going to deal with it as the first Lethal Wanderer goes over to Fnatic on a PH.
An all-in early over Aran. Flicker out as well. So 2 battle spells now used up from TLID. King Kong getting that lethal earlier. Looking to go for more, but respects TLID's control with the juice in.
The biggest thing about this, if TLID wants to go ahead and have these winning fights, is really playing against the massive amount of crowd control and also just space advantage that FNOP can set up with this type of composition, even with the Eve here. I mean, again, looking at it, you know, Kirk, we just saw the performance with the Edith still running that Warcry emblem, but even so, the amount of mobility that is here for Kelra this time around, running even that sprint, he's going to be able to maneuver easily around these team fights, and TLID has to be able to shut that down.
Yeah, I mean, he can play on... Aaron Shikin, unfortunately, can only play on linear lines, right? He kind of wants to line up with Keller, which is why he got extra movement speed in his emblems, just to kind of keep up with it. But as soon as that sprint pops, there's no keeping up with it at all, especially if he takes hit from a Queen's Call. Nevertheless, we are seeing an instant invade on the opposite side of the map.
RWM forcing Fabian to use the Quad Shadow. Fnatic Onyx Philippines, this is the control we were talking about, but they have utilized a couple of resources, and that's why King Kong was sent down below. Brusco gonna be all in here. Aran has a Power Wilderness, but Brusco just flickers out, and now King Kong's ahead.
Again, another battle spell used here on both sides, really, all for this first turtle, really taking the time. Aran will hold it up at the front. Fabian joining the fight, doesn't have a purple buff. It's gonna be up in 10 seconds, so they might just go ahead and start this up, take control of it as they do. Brusco gives the information, doesn't have a level 4, so not going to be able to do much, as King Kong, though, did build up. Again, just trying to get some of that gold lead and that even level lead.
I mean, as much as Team Liquid ID don't mind taking the turtle, honestly, I feel like it's a bigger win for Fnatic Onyx PH. You are getting your jungler ahead, and more importantly, you're not even giving the opportunity for TLID to start a snowball. I mean, let's just go match by match, right? Super Prince, he's hurting Yehezkill, especially when both the supports have to leave the lane.
Yeah, I think it's just a very interesting but great approach here for Fnatic Onyx Philippines. They could have gone all the way up top. Aran force a flicker. King Kong not going to overcommit there. The Primal Wrath already used by Kirk, and they're just going to go and hammer down on this turret gold. Half of the HP on the turret gold down. Yehezkill Crimson Beacon. Now Lantern Flare. Yeah, no threat.
You guys do not have enough damage, yes, kill.
There's no damage.
What are you doing using the ult there?
Down as RWM is also being deployed.
Now the mid lane is gonna. Okay, now Eransik is there. Now Eransik cannot rotate to his lane. Okay, he can.
And this is all the thing, right? If you can go ahead and catch a kill for either team, then that's great. But like Gideon, you just mentioned, you know, if FNOP kind of delays...
Okay, Fabian was there to freaking control the rotation. VD W first blood, but VD will also fall. They cannot do much. They just have to be taking that 1-for-1.
It's too slow, too late to react.
Roam for roam, they have to accept that. They shouldn't be pushing the agenda there.
So Witty dying like that, and at least Fabian able to find one back. This point, I think that Fnatic on PH are in a pretty comfortable spot overall. Brusco doesn't mind.
Here comes Aran. It's an equal lane. At least Aran is the one who is like clearing before Kark. Now the thing is like they have to play alongside Aran.
See this too, you know, Kelra already having the Haas clause. Oh, hold on.
Oh. Shadow kill? No, then no. He has the shadow kill, but they don't want to commit to the tank.
So just again, kind of limit testing each other. Battle spells being used up or not.
This is gonna be a turtle that is gonna be given over to FNOP, I'm thinking. Probably. Yeah, Alpha already got the War Axe. Brusco taking so much damage. That's good. Here comes Fabian. King Kong picking up the turtle. Fabian picking up a kill onto Brusco. But Eransik is going to be taken down by Kelra. Kelra picking up a double kill. Here comes Kelra looking for a triple. Give it to him. No. Oh. Kelra might get taken down by Fabian. There goes Kelra. Shut down into the hands of Fabian. Now Fabian might be the one who's in trouble. Fabian, yeah, he didn't have the quad shadow. Brusco picking up the shutdown onto Fabian. Hayabusa.
Gets a whole lot through that. Goldie now in favor, almost 2,000.
I don't know, bro. Eransik cannot farm for farm in safety now, and like Fabian gonna be losing out on his orange buff. You cannot be dying as in jungle.
Utility that comes from this Eve pick is the advantage when it comes to those.
They're dying as in jungle. It's not ideal in this early game engages. 3-1.
That's what TLID has to be wary of.
Exactly, about looking for these flank angles and not to necessarily be caught specifically by that cursor.
They cannot pressure Super Prince, right? Eransik meanwhile getting pressured like an absolute dead fish. VD cannot do anything to protect the marksman. Oh my god, look at the damage that Fabian is taking now. Game is over, man. FNOP Party or M6 World Champion. Chalo Somta. TLID, they're not gonna win Somta, sadly. Welcome to the stream, Somta. It's not looking good for TLID.
King Kong's a level ahead on the Alpha. He's gonna wait for it. RWM over the edge. Beautiful Alpha 2 from King Kong.
A breather, but now the Crystal Blood on all three of the members. They're chopped down.
Alpha gone. Okay, no, that's Brusco. Super Prince. Can they punish Super Prince? Yeah, Super Prince should be falling down. Good. Finally doing something. But Kelra though, guys. Kelra is fucking free farming. A Granger, like that was a W Erythreal pick against the Granger. Yeah, look at the fucking damage coming in from Erythreal. Erythreal is so good versus Granger. Oh. Aran, Kelra is there, man. Focus on Kelra. Okay, Fabian picking up the turtle. Yes, Kill picking up the kill onto Kark. They got the Jushin as well. Shouldn't be ignoring the Jushin.
To equalize that gold lead, no longer the big, scary gold lead for FNOP.
What you mean? King Kong also very pro. Everybody in here is pro. Even Mobazan, who doesn't play assassin into jungle, is pro. They are playing professionally, which is pro. Even the worst player of the tournament is a pro. Because they are playing the game professionally. They are getting paid when they are playing the game.
Off of that one auto, well, plus the passive.
And he's just doing that.
It's their profession. So everybody is a pro. Oh, Super Prince! W, Brusco goes down as well. Finally, Eransik might be getting a Sky Piercer and be like able to get the stacks onto his Sky Piercer. So this thing looking good. This thing so far looking good for TLID. If they like do not throw here, right? If they do not give a freaking like double kill, triple kill once again to the hands of Kilra, if they can like keep this momentum going, they will be winning the game.
And interesting.
The late game wise, the only thing that FNOP has is the elite fail. No, Super Prince is also gonna be start to hurt a lot. Oh, once it picks up that lantern, the butterfly lantern. My team might win. My team. What? Your team? You are participating in M7. Yo, King Kong? King Kong? Okay, he has to spear up Alpha defensively. Bro, the team TLID, they're finally playing as a team. Team TLID, they're finally playing as a fucking team. Look at their rotation, look at their positioning. I'm liking what I'm seeing from this from them this game.
To be fair, the Jusin will go Sky Piercer too, right? Like that's the normal build we're seeing, and for Yazkiel, does look like he's
Zushin, does he have the Sky Piercer? Zushin with Sky Piercer is it's not bad.
a bit too greedy, or is that good? You know?
I think it's part of the answer is just get rid of Kelra. Whether it's
Yeah, if Zushin goes for the Sky Piercer, a Granger cannot go for it. Kya hai? What you mean, man? What you mean, Somta? You said your team will win. W, Fabian freaking snowballing hard. Kelra! Yes, sir! Around keep picking up the kill onto Kelra. Let's go. I don't want a freaking 4-1 game. I want TLID to like at least take 3 games. I don't want a 4-1. I want all 7 games.
It's great. The target acquisition in tandem with Fabian, making sure that Superfrince does not get that much value out of his RWM. Happens so fast.
Yeah.
And honestly, I got to give it to Witty. He's been finding like 2-man, 3-man Cursed Bloods at some critical moments.
Again, this Carmilla pick for Witty has worked for them in the past.
You are did you select TLID as your championship guess? Witty is gone. No, never mind. Clutch survival from Witty. What the fuck was that from Brusco, bro? Holy, these motherfuckers are crazy, man. Motherfuckers are crazy, man. The way they follow up, though. I do those kind of sets as well when I'm playing the fucking Khalid and shit, man. But nobody follows up. Nobody follows up. They have the Lord? When did they get the Lord?
Hungry. They're so hungry. They want this inhibitor early on.
They want this freaking finals done and dusted right now. Fnatic Onyx, they know what they're fucking doing. Like, they're not trying to play a freaking brawl game, okay? They're literally like pushing the agenda, and they have the lead to push the agenda there. Kelra is so far ahead when it comes to like compared to Aaron Siki. And they can like the mistake that Team TLID made here, they are not pressuring Kelra at all. Kelra one time like died by himself. I do not know how Kelra died the first time. The second time Kelra like overdid it and he got punished for it.
Every single player, every single role in lane filled and just perform at a
Aaron Shiki, he got the Sky Piercer. So oh no, they got 2 Sky Piercers in their team. One is gonna be wasted.
Put enough pressure, nearly level 15. Again, with this,
I think Yazkiel might be selling his Sky Piercer if the game goes beyond 14 minutes. If Yazkiel dies 1 or 2 more times, he should be selling the Sky Piercer. And Granger is the one that should be given the Sky Piercer priority. Let's see.
PH are able to kind of control this tempo. The execution for these.
Okay, Kelra once again making a mistake, but no one was there to capitalize on it. Witty getting punished. Witty doesn't have flicker. Okay, no, he has the. Evian got fucked.
What a cancel! Never mind, I take it back. They do find one.
They have so much damage and they have so much CC. So this guy, the Hayabusa cannot do much.
And making moves just now at this point.
How does he get a Renner's apathy?
Okay, finally board. Finally a board being picked up by Granger.
No clue. But at this point, this Lord should be.
This is a free Lord for Fnatic. No, they shouldn't have been. Okay. Do they have enough? Are picking up Witty. Okay, no, that wasn't really worth it. No, that worth it. I don't think though.
as well as Aran.
Yeah, they freaking traded both of their tanks for a kill onto Brusco.
Just as you think.
Yeah, man. I don't like Hayabusa jungle. I'm never banning Hayabusa. Whenever I'm playing rank games, I'm never banning Hayabusa. If I'm forced to play the Hayabusa, I can play the Hayabusa pretty good, but I don't really like playing the Hayabusa. The last 2 times I was like forced to play the Hayabusa, you know, I had to like keep on split pushing. I was playing the Hayabusa. I was like taking my blue buff, going to the side lane, ulting a minion wave. Recall, go to this other side, ulting another minion wave. I couldn't secure the lords or anything. I like own the game by freaking split pushing. I don't really like the Hayabusa. Okay, this bottom lane inhibitor is gone. Okay, probably the mid is also gone if they cannot. Man. Okay, they are in position now. Here comes Pavion. Pavion, he cannot go back now. The shadow timers are over. The top lane inhibitor is probably gone as well. Yeah. Oh. Kelra is not making a mistake, and Kelra always gets protected by this team so good. Evian, shadow kill. Yeah, this is where I do not like Hayabusa, guys. Hayabusa doesn't do anything. Crimson Beacon can be big, but here comes Kelra with a... Kelra base locking. Kelra is base locking. Ah! What's going on? No, game over. Game over. They let the freaking Kelra kept on free farming and shit, bro. If I get that kind of opportunity, I'll be doing that as well. I always do that kind of bullshit when I'm playing marksman, bro. I want Lancelot meta back. I really love playing Lancelot as well, man. But Lancelot is kind of trash right now, man. Lancelot is really bad right now, bro. Like this FNOP team, they know what they were doing. This FNOP team, this is why, guys, like FNOP was my championship guess. I couldn't vote for FNOP. I wasted my time. I couldn't vote, but yeah, FNOP are the champion, guys, for sure. Anybody that followed me and voted for FNOP as champions, guys, W, man. Welcome, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Fnatic Onyx Philippines! What an epic battle for the final, the real grand final. They're staying at the top.
They let the freaking Erythreal keep on free farming. They let the Erythreal keep on free farm and do it to them. They were focusing on what? They kept on focusing on to Kark, right? Yeah, Aran kept on focusing on to Kark. When Aran should have been looking for the Erythreal, he kept on freaking going on to Kark. Can't even lock hero with... Exactly, man. You can't hit your shadow with a Haya. Most of the time, you are not gonna be able to hit the freaking shadow with Haya. Enemies are just gonna be running like a dog. You are not gonna be hitting the enemies with your shadow. And the thing is, most of these good teams, they know how to counter the Hayabusa ultimate easily. They will be grouping up with like 3-man, 4-man, and Hayabusa ultimate will be doing no damage to them. Hayabusa isn't really that good, man. Go and check Shin Swen. I have been saying that Hayabusa isn't really that good, man. And for sure, Hayabusa in most of the time when the teams are kind of equal, Hayabusa isn't winning games. TNZ was playing a fucking crazy Hayabusa, and TNZ didn't win a single game with Hayabusa. I don't remember TNZ winning with Hayabusa into the knockout stages. I mean, into the actual M6 games. He might have won with the Hayabusa in the wild card.
Finish their story.
It's been a
Okay, FNOP, congratulations to FNOP.
emotions and struggles. However, Fnatic Onyx
Easy to counter, just go. Yeah. The more bodies you have when Hayabusa is ulting, the more bodies you have, it's really easy. Even if you do not have the jungle creeps or the minions, okay, you can just group up together. You can just group up with your tank or your mage or anything, or your jungle. Whenever I see the Hayabusa is targeting one of my guys, okay, imagine there's a Hayabusa in the enemy's team and my marksman gets hit by the shadow. I'm playing as a jungle or a mage. I will go next to the marksman. If the Hayabusa comes in, the damage will be distributed amongst both of us. It's really easy to counter the Hayabusa. It doesn't do enough damage anymore, okay? Hayabusa's nerf, like after the nerf, it doesn't do that much damage anymore. So it's like kind of a dead hero. And Ling does so much damage, but the thing with Ling is it takes so much time to get online. Ling is so weak early game. Ling takes so much time to get online. I think Ling is better than Hayabusa.
All the training, all of the work that you've put in.
But Ling takes so much time to get online. Ling like requires 3 items now easily. And you have to go with the board. Previously you could be skipping the board and still do damage. But this like after the nerf, Ling got a nerf by like 30%. Ling got a 30% damage nerf. After that, man, you need so much items.
But most especially, yeah, to my girlfriend Dorothy. Thank you.
Like, everybody's shouting out their girlfriends. Wow.
Yes, I want to hear.
I mean, is that the key to getting success, man? You need to get a girlfriend first.
About your win. This is your first. You won in MPL Philippines. Now you are the champion of the world.
I'm sitting alone by myself in Discord, huh?
The Sonic Spark.
I guess we will be seeing the finals MVP and then getting the fuck out of here, okay, guys?
Yeah. Thank you so much. I love you.
That is so sweet and so cute. Now I think everybody is ready to see them get their medals, award prizes that they have won. So to commemorate this momentous victory, please allow me to welcome Mr. Cloud Chang, CEO of Moonton Games, to award the exclusive M6 medallion made in collaboration with Fairy.
Big round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. One of the men that made today's event happen, and each medal, by the way, is crafted from rare gemstones featuring a mythic dragon motif. Stunning. Stunning.
What the hell, man? So anticlimactic for our grand final.
Champion, the world champion. Kelra keeps up jumping up and down.
Are-
He is so hyped, even though he's out of breath already.
Are you still live? No.
This is truly an amazing victory for them.
They release.
Are you playing the game? Like, what are you doing?
I don't even care about watching anymore because I know FNOP's gonna win.
It is a night they
Hey bro, this is the biggest event of ML like this year, so
Too one-sided.
yeah, kinda. They gave up the like third game, the fourth game they gave up in freaking draft.
The champion.
What can we say, man?
New necklace and new.
Oh, you are ranking?
Yes, with Luffy, bhai.
Guys, so once again, we have
These boys just gave up their watch parties and went rank. They said fuck it.
We have King Kong.
How come I keep missing my Death Sonatas, man?
At least you guys can enjoy the game, man. I can't even like enjoy anything. Like this is the thing that I most enjoy, like watching the game probably.
The gold standard, the Filipino Savage.
Who do you think is gonna be the finals MVP? It's Kelra for sure now, no? With the Elite Fellow, you didn't watch.
He the freaking gold standard.
Nah, man. Aaron Shiki clapped him the third game. Then the coach like drafted the stupid Claude. And oh man, that like you know, I kept on saying that chip is garbage, man. Like you see why?
Are the photos all done? Thank you very much.
Did you watch the chip game?
Now to call on
No, I
the
didn't,
stage
bhai.
for the next award presentation, Mr. Julius C., CEO of Fairy, towards your Fairy M6 Dreamwatch and your very own Fairy M6
A 26-minute game.
Champions Ring.
Show us. After the medals, now it's time. The gate, the Fairy Watch, the Dream Watch, Spatial M6 Dream Watch.
Well, guys, I don't know what else to say, man.
M6 Mythic. Players.
We're so freaking
main players.
cooked.
All right, nice.
I will just wait till the finals MVP was announced. Then I will be going from here, okay, guys? Congratulations to FNOP. I guess nobody loves watching M6. I still enjoyed like this was anticlimactic. How the last games went, this is so anticlimactic. The finals, it was mostly one-sided. The freaking game where the TLID went versus SRG. Actually, this is why SRG would have been better.
People are zoning crazily.
Meanwhile, the M6 Mythic
I
champion
really wish that SRG clapped TLID, man. They would have been giving us a better show.
reveals a hidden Land of Dawn map with 20 and blue and red animals that represents the MLBB turrets.
Champions only will have this. Things they will cherish for the rest of their lives.
Ulti is playing rank though.
Of this night, a historic night.
I even voted
in
for the
Axantan
champions
Arena
more
here in Bukit
as
Jalil.
TLID, but RIP.
M6 in Malaysia.
You seriously went for TLID champions? I kept on saying FNOP is gonna win.
The entire team will never
I
forget.
just
I'm wondering what the
try to
party
be
will like
edgy,
in the
but
Philippines right now.
I would be going for SRG because I mean I supported SRG, but I knew, man, like FNOP were the one.
People from all over the world, the Fnatic Onyx fans, I'm pretty sure they're super
Uh,
right now.
Rightfully so.
They are getting rings, they are getting watches and everything. Damn, bro.
Yes,
The
sir.
best as only they can.
Yes, now their finger, the winning finger, they got all of it. The ring, a new ring that show how shiny and how great is their finger, because this is the finger that make them won.
I know. I'm hoping it comes up on camera. I'm hoping everyone who's watching right now can see how beautiful and magnificent.
We need to win. We need to win. We need to
these devices are,
freaking
going
win.
onto the fingers, going onto the wrists, and wearing it with pride, uniting these brothers for life.
And there you go. Coach Yap is completing his
Bro, why is Coach Yap getting everything? Like why isn't Coach Yap the coach of what?
That's his
I
strategy.
don't know.
Okay, now the storm.
Coach Yap isn't with the Fnatic Onyx, right? He's with that team, no?
He
I think that.
Oh! I think they're hiring Coach Yap now.
Different colors. These are green. I'm trying to get a close.
Yeah, Coach Yap left the Indonesian team. I think he's coming back to this Philippines.
Indonesian, the Kyrie and all.
No, Kyrie is still in the Indonesia.
Yes,
really amazing on our
wow, you
players.
Bucky feet cheat.
Is he not? Is he not? Or Kyrie onto TNC?
I think Kyrie is still Indonesia. Bhai.
Yeah, Kyrie is still Indonesia. I think TNC went for Yawi.
I have to say, I mean,
They didn't have the money for Kyrie. They went for Yawi.
the bling on your arms.
Bro, that guy, even Yawi had a buyout clause of $500,000, you know?
Special and of course, all of the
Crazy,
family.
like crazy.
And meanwhile, I'm doing a watch party with one guy watching, which is me.
Ole.
Show your watch.
Nah, man, this coaches and analysts, they are getting paid like crazy as well, man, and they are freaking drafting fucking chip, a clause, and that thing, and a Fredrin. Come on, man, they are getting paid, man. Come on, man.
Okay, we're gonna take a picture with our VIP down here.
I took the agility, that's why. Is it?
Mhm.
Level No.
Pardon? Can you repeat?
I took agility, that's why.
What agility?
On Granger.
This is the moment
Oh,
for the champion.
I mean agility is not that bad on Granger most of the time.
Just won the movements.
Yeah, I use agility most of the time as well on him.
to Mr. C. And finally, to complete the championship,
You really want
ladies and
them.
gentlemen,
Okay,
please
it's never
welcome Ms.
bad.
Ellie Chin, Smartphone Country Product Manager.
Are you guys gonna be keep on playing? Pushing for immortal?
Keep playing. No, I'm just playing for the, I don't know, for the times.
They deserve it now. They will be more.
I don't even care about the watch party anymore. Get out of here.
Smartphone. Yes, they
You still live?
Yes, bye.
Oh.
9.
And I'm sure everybody
Damn.
in the arena right now knows how good ROG smartphones is.
Ramen
They
from
are a
Infant.
mobile masterpiece that blends high-octane gaming with a sleek
Bro, they are getting gifted ROG for 9.
phones.
Oh, damn.
world
Crazy stuff.
I agree. And look at
And look at us, bye. We're getting nicked.
I want a phone as well.
I want a phone as well, bro.
We want a phone.
We're
Miss Chen, I
getting
hope that we can
nicked.
have a spare phone for us as
At
well,
least my
please.
M6
That'd be
pass
much
level is
appreciated.
6-9. That's
They all
nice.
look so happy.
Are you gonna do the 69 now too?
Picture together.
Okay, one more picture.
Come on, give me the
please.
XP. FNOP 1. Give me.
Yes, you
You didn't vote for FNOP. Hello?
Yes.
No, I mean I voted for the guess.
Show your phone. Show
Oh.
your new phones, guys. Show your
I don't even have the pass.
champion phone.
Ole.
With ROG phone.
Hey, the diamonds might come in clutch.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I think we are getting some.
Hopefully, man.
Of course. For the giant check, we would like to invite Mr. Lucas Mao as Managing Director of Moonton Games to present
I will just wait till they announce the finals MVP. Then I'm gonna be vanishing from here.
Onyx Philippines.
Ole, bye.
Hello, Insan. Welcome back.
Round of applause, everyone.
Yeah, like my history, it doesn't show. You know, the other day I won 5 games in a row. Granger, one win with Granger. Of course, MVP, and every other game MVP loss on Granger.
Up and comers to the brightest stars, Fnatic Onyx
My history
Philippines
not looking good, man.
the Philippines era.
My history, so sad. Whenever I go Fanny, no support, and whenever like I go and support a Fanny, the Fanny gets MVP because I'm the main. Always supporting the jungle.
Mr. Lucas Mao.
You do be like that, but you do be like that.
Present to present, the smile and smile. All right, ladies.
Why not support chest if not? What do you mean? Why not support chest? Oh, support chest. Bro, Insan, I don't have diamond.
Finals MVP.
It's Kelra. It's for sure Kelra.
One more time. Who are your finals?
It's not Ellie Chen. She might be somebody else's MVP. Stop showing Ellie.
We're gonna find out.
She was the finals MVP, which is Kelra.
To present this award, we have Miss Ellie Chen back on stage to present the M6 Finals MVP Award.
Kelra, man.
Yes, she's here. Now that everyone's ready.
Kelra. They already like.
The M6 World
They already pushed up Kelra as well.
MVP is
Kelra. No surprises.
Kelra!
Of course. I don't want that Bruno skin, by the way. Kelra, if you choose the Bruno skin, I'm gonna be smacking you with a water bottle.
Ole.
If they choose the freaking Bruno, I'm gonna be smacking them. Please do not choose the Bruno as the finals MVP skin. That's all I want. I mean,
As a player, but as an individual, is unmatched. This is a much-deserved
Maybe
recognition.
Beatrix?
no. Beatrice already got too many skins, bro.
Wait.
Give it to something unique. How about Layla? Come on.
Clint?
Layla. Oh, I didn't even use the Clint once. But Clint isn't good, man. Right now in the meta, it's not good.
What if Kelra wants to Charlie say Clint?
Nah, they didn't even play the Clint, bro. They cannot go for the Clint. They played one game, Layla. I don't know.
And now,
I think the Bruno is the one that's gonna get it.
what do you have to say about your victory?
No, Kelra played a lot of Granger games too.
MVP ako dahil sa kampi ko, hindi dahil sa sarili ko.
He said that he
Imagine they actually give it to the Erythreal.
Finals MVP not because of himself, but because of his.
Anyways, guys, this is gonna be it for the watch party. I'm gonna be ending, and I don't know what then.
Your teammates.
See you guys.